radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy. The OG on the marquee, Jaybird. And the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Welcome to a beautiful Wednesday here in the Hassle Castle, everybody.
Yeah.
Got Cal Reed,
Yo.
Leah Bomb Diggity, Jay Foster, T-Ray in the house, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us Local on AM 1170. What a beautiful day. I got a heater over here next to me.
That's mine.
Wow.
Thanks.
Don't touch my stuff.
Don't touch it.
Huh.
We're looking at mid-50s here today. Tomorrow in the 60s. And then I think after that we're looking at rain over the weekend. But it is a beautiful day here in the Quad Cities. We are back from Don't Hassle Us for a Local. We took yesterday off to do a little... Furniture moving, a little upkeep at the bars. And we did it all so we could close by 10 o'clock. So, hey.
Yeah. Thanks, Kim.
How'd that
The
go?
dumbest thing, Mama Kim.
All right.
You better be in. You better be in the house for the lights. Come on.
Let's just get this over with here.
Worst house mom ever.
Oh man.
For those of you who don't know, Governor Reynolds gave her speech or proclamation of what's going to happen as far as the third wave of COVID, and one of them is that bars and restaurants should be closed at 10 o'clock. She killed all youth sports and adult leagues except for high school and professional and high school, collegiate, and professional. So, what I say to this is that she didn't really offer a lot of information. If you read into what her proclamation is, this was a very much, I'm going to do these things, so I hope everyone isn't mad at me.
Too late.
She's very passive.
Too late.
Yeah. So, and so that being said,
Too late.
my daughter's volleyball is suspended.
Shouldn't do it anyway.
My son's wrestling is
Right.
suspended, but then she's making sure that the Iowa High School state championships are going to happen.
I can't wait till like the 13th wave. What's going to happen
The
then?
other problem is she made a statement in between that got very misconstrued, where she said, I will look into changes of these things within the week, which made people believe that this was only lasting a week.
2 weeks to flatten the curve. Remember that?
No. So she said,
Usually.
I will readdress this in a week. That was Governor Reynolds' way of saying, I warned you, you didn't do what I told you to, now we're going to shut down everything for X amount of time. Because if you read her proclamation, when it comes to bars and restaurants, T-Roy, right? Mm-hmm. Because we were talking yesterday, and T-Roy was like, it's a week. And I was like, it's not a week. In the proclamation, it's till December 10th.
Yeah, I was
She
even
never
confused.
mentioned it
Well,
once.
And I
No.
didn't watch it. I was just getting secondhand info, but the person that was giving it to me was an intelligent person, and they thought it was a week.
You're not the only one, T-Roy. Because even later on, when I talked to, when I was talking to Nick,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Nick.
Toffanelli, friend of the show, he said that he's like, wait, when he goes, I know you said something about a week, but I guess I'm confused. And I was like, yeah, it's December 10th. It's in the proclamation. It's not any but then she does
Wait,
something
so
else.
politicians lie? Is that what
well,
you're saying?
No. Here's my my favorite thing about
No,
it.
she just didn't give a.
She didn't
it
tell the
wasn't
whole
a clear
truth.
message.
It was very vague.
She said it, but it wasn't a very.
She's being puppeteered from the higher ups, and we all know
You
it.
already know that.
What she's doing is I'm telling you, book it. If this is a gambling show as well as it is, she's shutting the bars and restaurants down next Monday. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you this right now. And then what I didn't like was the very last thing she said. I trust Iowans to do the right thing. First off, don't do that.
Do you know what that is? That's displacing blame.
Okay, now hear me out. Okay, so she already said, I'll do it in a week. I trust Iowans to do the right thing. She said, we don't have enough police. First, she started off, we don't have enough police in the nation to enforce this. And then she said, we do not have enough sheriffs in Iowa's great 99 counties to police this. So basically, she's kind of giving the wink to like bars and restaurants, like,
Do what you want. It's your constitutional right.
But then she can turn around a week and go, "I told you so." Now I got to shut it down.
That's exactly what she's
People
doing.
didn't follow.
That's exactly what she's
I read
doing.
right
Either
through this
way,
right away.
we did what was recommended, so that way that we're not getting our liquor license.
No,
revoked.
we
So,
shut down at 10. But hey, beautiful chairs.
Guess what they can do? They can
Beautiful.
revoke your liquor license. So,
They can't.
Yeah, they can.
They can't.
Leah, yeah, they can.
They
Yes.
can threaten it. You can take it to court and you can fight it.
Okay.
Well, come on.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Good luck with that. How are you gonna? We don't have a liquor license when you're not in court.
Of course, they can
And
take
they
it
take
away.
your liquor
Like,
license whenever they want.
listen, if people are not complying, if
That's how it
bars and
works.
restaurants are not complying,
And then
just to do
when
that.
you're trying to pay your bills while you're in court, and then hope you win in court. Yeah. Good luck.
So I'm just saying the biggest thing off of this was the youth sports are killed. They kept high school going and didn't shut down the schools because the high school state championship is coming up for football, and that's why on Monday it will come out and say this. And by the way, Kim, we don't have a professional team. And if you're gonna mention like I don't know indoor football
Neither
league in
does
Des Moines,
Illinois.
oh, I see what you did there.
Yikes.
By the way, great segue.
Yikes.
I'm not a Bears fan.
She's
you
a
can't hurt
Chiefs
me.
fan,
You're
man.
supposed to laugh at that.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
it's funny. Hey, great segue. Monday Night Football because we weren't here yesterday. The Vikings beat the Bears 19-14. Covered spread.
I know.
You know who didn't cover spread? All the other 20-something teams.
What are you talking about?
I was so mad. That Broncos game.
Well,
The Broncos got.
That's what I want
you
to talk
did well
about.
in your pick six, Cal, and your over-unders.
huh?
Yeah.
You did 4-2.
Representing.
I did?
today, though.
4-2. Jay and I were 4-2. Leah was 5-1.
No, what
And then
game was it? What
Now
game was
over
it?
unders, Cal.
Oh, I probably lost all.
No.
No, you should probably get into that future.
Just, yeah.
What?
5-1, sir.
Yeah, you went 5-1.
Look at you.
Uh,
Leah didn't want to tell you.
Nope. He's
It's
gonna
an
ride
interesting-
this all the way.
it is an interesting night tonight. I decided to take a turn, and we'll talk about it later. I decided to really get involved into the NBA draft.
Okay.
So later on, I will give you my top 10 mock draft for the NBA from an NBA hole.
From
Get
what?
it? Me, I'm an NBA hole
Oh.
because I really don't know that much about it, but I've done
I see
enough
what you
here.
did there.
Thank you. I'm glad you
So
finally
so
got that.
so here's the thing with the mock draft thing.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball really wasn't played like that this year. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, are you saying because there was no March Madness?
yeah, man.
Oh, 100%. This is why I think I'm more intrigued. We get to know these players because of March Madness. We get to hear these names, and then we're like, oh, I remember that game, and you can
Yep,
see
yeah.
highlights. Now and it also helps for the teams that are drafting.
Yep.
Then they bring them in for tryouts. They couldn't do that. They have Zoom meetings. It's a weird draft, and everything's on Zoom this year. So, they're going to just.
It's gonna be the worst draft ever.
I'm not even gonna watch.
I think it's going to be the most watched draft ever.
Why?
Because one, we don't have a lot to do, and places are
Well,
being
other
shut
than
down.
that,
and-
other than that, but these players, nobody knows these players, man. Nobody knows these kids.
I
They
do.
haven't gotten the screen time.
No.
They haven't gotten
I don't think
the.
anybody cares.
I don't think anybody
I think
cares.
this
Like, for
NBA
real.
draft will be.
It's just trash, man.
Yeah, I'm
the
over
worst
it.
draft ever.
I
I
agree.
think
I tell you
so.
this right now, it is not a very good draft. It's not very deep. I feel terrible for the Celtics who have 3 draft picks in the first round, and they were willing to give away all 3 to move up in the draft, and nobody wants to
Nobody
trade
wants
with the
that.
Celtics.
Nobody wants
Nobody
that.
wants anything after. Seriously, anything after. I don't know, maybe 10. Nobody wants
The best,
anything
the
to
best,
do with it.
the best college player right now averages what, like 16 points a game that you could draft from.
I would say, well, Obi Toppin was the player of the year.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
That's not.
What do you mean?
He's not that good.
I tell you what, I've
He's good.
actually
He's
read
good,
and listened to a
but
lot
he's
of
not,
this.
He's
There's
not.
some-
He's not first round.
He's
I'm gonna
first
take him
round?
top.
He's the
I'ma take
player of
him
the year
top.
in college. Come on, they still play. I don't care if they didn't play. They played all the way up until March 13th. He played almost an entire season outside of March Madness. He's the number 1 player coming out. Not the number 1 player, but he was a good college player. He was player of the year.
What school did he go to?
Cincinnati.
He went to Dayton.
Sorry, I knew it was Ohio. My bad.
He's got an interesting
We're
story.
just gonna leave it right there.
His dad.
He went to Dayton.
Well, he originally was going to go to a community college, and his godfather stepped in.
Mid-majors are
Hold on a
strong
second.
now, Cal. That isn't a real knock.
Yeah, the Dayton Flyers were
No,
really
Dayton.
good.
They're good in play. They're good in March Madness, which I would love to have seen.
So he seriously,
half of America never. Half of America's not going to watch Dayton play.
His dad is a New York
not.
street ball legend. He was going to sign to a junior college, so his godfather stepped in and said, "No, hold up, don't do that. Let's send him to a prep school in Baltimore." And then he ended up at Dayton, where he turned into a player of the year. But he grew during those years. He's going to be a top 5 pick. And
With an asterisk.
what's that? Why? Because of the unprecedented
Times?
I had to hear her say it.
But really, again, I'll do my. You guys then you guys can check out when I give you my mock draft.
I usually
think it's
check
pretty
out
solid.
anyway.
There we go.
Oh, you hurt his feelings, Leon.
No,
He knows
doesn't
I
hurt my
love him.
feelings. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I actually am excited about the draft tonight.
Your
So,
NBA a-hole draft?
yep, that's my NBA whole mock draft.
What do you guys think out there about this mock draft? Send me some
You'll
stuff.
see it later. Yeah, you'll hear it.
Send me some stuff.
We also get to talk later on about Theo Epstein leaving Chicago.
I don't want to.
Bye.
I don't want to talk about.
Am I going to do ESPN versus T-Roy today?
You're going to do today. You're also going to do your power rankings because we didn't get to do that
11.
yesterday.
Only one person in this room has their team in the top 15.
Yep.
Who's that? Wait, who's that?
Not mine.
I will say
Not
this
mine.
about I will say this about Monday night. I don't know how much you watched about Monday Night Football game.
I watched it.
I was impressed with the Bears.
The way they took out Dalvin Cook.
Yes, their game plan was make Kirk
Their
Cousins beat
defense
us.
is great.
Their defense really good.
Now
So,
they're screwed.
I
'cause
was really,
Nick
really
is broke.
Yeah, I was really impressed with
And
their game
so's,
plan.
so's Biscuit.
Yeah. Oh God. You know what?
Who was that kid they brought
100
in?
times I mispronounced his name.
Trisket?
No.
The kid they brought in for like that 1-2 plays.
Yeah. And then I was like,
At
oh, is
the,
it
at the very last end of the game.
And then you have that thing. You're like, oh, are we gonna have this thing where this kid comes out of nowhere and leads him down the field, and then the second snap, I'm like, nope, never mind. Yeah. That was,
Just kidding.
Foles was twitching.
yes.
Yeah.
His back was thrown out. I mean, the way he landed and the way his hips.
Tyler Bray.
Tyler Bray.
How do
He's
you
got 6 years
mispronounce that?
experience.
Yeah,
He's out of the
his name's
University of
Tyler.
Tennessee.
Bray.
Yeah.
But they spelled
Tyler.
Bray weird, right? Was it
Bray.
Was it B-R-A-Y? You sure?
It's
Do
Bray.
Do it, Bears.
It's Bray.
Just go out there.
How
and
do you
go sign
spell
Colin
that?
Kaepernick.
I'm going to call it Bry.
The Bears are hurt. They're beat up. But again, that defense, great call by them. They kept him in the game by making Kirk Cousins beat you, and that's got to be the blueprint from here
Well,
on
the
out.
defense got a turnover, and they got a special teams touchdown. Otherwise, they're screwed. They get blown out.
Yeah,
I mean, Cordarrelle got him in the game.
yeah, that was his 8th career kick return touchdown, and that
Ties for most all time.
yeah, it does. Do you know who he's tied with?
Who's this?
Cordarrelle Patterson.
Yep.
He's tied with.
Say his name.
Who? Cordarrelle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the other
Who's
guy.
he tied with?
Yeah,
Devin
he-
Hester.
No.
No, kick returns.
Yeah, all-time kick returns, not punt returns.
Oh.
It's you guys. It's Josh Cribbs.
Yeah, I
Cribbs?
remember him. Yep, from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
He was an ex-quarterback who went to the I think it was Bowling Green. No,
That does sound about
Miami,
right.
Ohio. I know
Miami, Ohio?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
yeah. I think he's from Ohio. I know that for sure. And he was a quarterback. I think he went to Bowling Green.
I'll take your word for it. The other person
Yeah, I
is
don't know.
Leon Washington. Played from 2006 to 2014.
He played for Seattle Seahawks.
Uh-huh. And then the rest that are even closer, just at 6. So, but yeah, I think it's fair now at Chicago at 5-5, even though they're still ahead of Minnesota in the standings. I feel like that's going to be we'll see. They have a bye week,
Writings
so
on
we
the wall.
can't cross them off yet out of the playoffs. But it's not looking good.
So
That was a loser leaves town match, Jay.
That's all right. I have to stick to my word. They're done. Green Bay right now is the 1 seed sitting in the NFC. New Orleans is the 2. Arizona is the 3. Philadelphia at 3-5-1 is the 4.
Jesus Christ.
Tampa Bay 7-3 at 7-3 is the 5. Rams 6-3 is the 6. And Seattle at 6-3 is the 7. In the AFC, your number 1 seed is Pittsburgh that is undefeated. Number 2 seed is Kansas City. 3 is the Buffalo Bills. 4 the Indianapolis Colts. Then Las Vegas Raiders at 5. Miami at 6. Baltimore at 7. Yeah, you're really excited about that Miami thing, aren't you?
I really am. I want to
Man,
talk
you
to Mary.
kidding? This guy.
What do you mean?
You got like 80 teams, dude.
That's all right. Hey, I'm excited
all
because
right.
they're good.
A good gambler always has a lot.
They're not good.
A lot of teams.
They're very good. And my prediction next
They're
year
not.
will
They're
come
not.
true.
They're not good like that.
They'll be in the Super Bowl next year.
No, they
Mark
won't.
my words.
Steeler fans.
won't.
Who?
The Dolphins.
They're not beating Kansas City or
There's
Baltimore or
possibility
Pittsburgh.
for that.
So
Okay. Baltimore can't even beat New England. What are you talking about?
yeah, that was just a terrible game. That just
Terrible
looked
game.
bad.
That tells me what's wrong with Baltimore.
Yeah, they can't play in the rain.
Well, that was a monsoon. You can't lie about the monsoon at all.
that
Can't lie
thing
about
was pouring.
Baltimore, their O line is hurt. They just lost their best,
Yep.
blocking tight end. Lamar's
They
just,
better be careful. They won't make the playoffs.
I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, they 6-3.
Tennessee's still out there at 6-3, but Tennessee doesn't have a defense, and
Or a quarterback.
Cleveland's still sitting there at 6-3. Phillip Rivers is still a quarterback. I mean, you don't want him on your team, but he's still a quarterback.
Who's in right now from between Tennessee and Indy?
India's in.
Indy's
Tennessee's on the outside looking in.
See, I think Tennessee has beaten Baltimore in the past. They've beaten them in the play. Tennessee will end up being in the playoffs before.
Yeah.
I tell you this every year that AFC gets really weird at the end of the year, and they
I know.
always sneak more people in.
Matthew Erickson said that the Chiefs won't even beat the Raiders this weekend. I'd like to place a bet on that.
Ooh.
That's not so. So it's
Shots fired, Bomber.
he's 33-2 after a bye week. Andy Reid. You guys asked that on Monday. You said isn't he like 500?
told you it's like 500
he's got
and
the
zero.
best. We've had this conversation before. He's got the best record coming off of a bye week of
No way
any
they're
other
losing twice to
NFL.
him.
No, that's what I just told Matthew.
We better bet him some money. Then.
And let's go. I put it. Matt, you heard me.
Oh, she's getting fired up now.
Don't say that again.
You're getting fired up now.
No, I'm
Oh,
fine.
you're talking.
So your
you my Venmo.
season leaders right now. Josh Allen is leading the league in passing. Not too far behind is Russell Wilson. Rushing leaders are Dalvin Cook. Receiving leader Stephon Diggs. Then DeAndre Hopkins not too far behind. And the most touchdowns on the season, Dalvin Cook and Alvin Kamara. But really, I think if you're putting the MVP odds, it's still Mahomes. He's got 25 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Yeah.
Where's Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers is in the, what for overall for the leaders.
Yeah, is he up at the top passing leaders?
No, he's not. He's not even the top. Top 5 passing leaders are Josh Allen, Russell Wilson, Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes.
Matt Ryan over Aaron Rodgers.
No, for passing leaders. I'm not
oh.
giving you for MVP.
Oh, I was like, what?
Aaron Rodgers is MVP every year, by the way.
That's true.
Because if he gets hurt, that's what should be the most valuable player is. If he gets hurt, the entire team goes down. So, kind of like Patrick Mahomes last year. Look what Kansas City lost 3 games when he was out. So, so Aaron Rodgers is
He's
in
their
the
golden
mix
ticket.
every year. We can probably pull up the MVP odds. We can do it on the break, but I think it's not often that a running back
right
wins
now is
MVP.
between Mahomes and Aaron.
Erickson
No.
said he'll bet me.
Dalvin Cook.
He'll bet me
Hold
a
on a
bottle of
second.
Fireball. But does he get the 6.5
Let's
points?
throw some names out before we get a break, though. It's
Does
not.
he?
I don't think it's a 2-man race.
I think it's
Who
fair.
else do you think?
I think Kyler Murray's in the talk.
Possibly, but he's outside looking in still right now.
I think Dalvin Cook is in there, even though the
Yeah.
Bears just
Okay,
took
I'm
him
with
out.
you on that.
And
He's
especially if he gets the Vikings in the playoffs, and he's the workhorse that does that.
They
Right?
have to make the playoffs.
They have to make the playoffs. You cannot deny Big Ben.
Hey, look, kids, Big Ben.
Big Ben's going to be comeback player of the year.
Alex Smith for like the 3rd time in his career.
He's not
Big
winning
Ben missed
nothing.
He missed.
He's talking about the
entire
big
year
comeback,
last year.
Cal.
It tugs on your heartstrings, though. Whatever.
He
Alex
doesn't,
Smith,
though.
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Not at
But I mean,
No,
it's
I
the
get it too,
Washington-
but like
That's a
he's,
Big Ben already
it's
won
the
it.
Washington football team, and Big Ben led
Yeah.
his team. Right now, they're 8-0. Going to be 9-0
They're 9-0,
or 9-0. Going to
Yeah.
be 10-0 or no?
And
they're on a bye or no?
which isn't a good thing to
No,
be
they're not
because
on a bye.
out of
They're
the most recent teams that started 9-0,
Yeah, at Jacksonville, they're going to be 10-0.
yeah, the Patriots started 9-0 in 2015. They lost in the conference finals. Panthers started 9-0 in 2015. They lost in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs started 9-0 in 2013. They lost in the wild card round. And the Packers started 9-0 in 2011. They lost in the divisional.
I remember
That's just most recent. So, not good. That's not a good sign. I think they're
They're
going
going
to
to be 9-0 and worry about it later.
Yeah, but they are going to be. I think they're going to be in the. I think you can kind of pencil them in the AFC Championship the way I think they're playing, and I think you could say it's against It'll be against
Who do you think's going all the way?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, I could have called that, but who else?
Oh, you could have?
Mm-hmm.
I've said it since day one.
So,
Of course you did.
You guys
You're a Chiefs
don't-
fan.
Exactly.
You know what's
No
crazy though?
deniability right
What's
now.
that?
You know what's crazy though? Do you guys know who the number one team is in the AFC West right now?
the AFC West.
It's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
They're in first place.
Yeah, they're in first place.
In the division?
Mm-hmm. They lead the division.
How?
They have a better record than the Raiders. Just because they beat them in a game doesn't mean anything.
Well, you're crazy.
No,
No,
no.
they
I
are.
forgot
They're number
pro is different. I
Yeah,
forgot professional's different. Because if you beat somebody head to head,
No, yeah, it doesn't work like that. A tie comes down to in case there's a record's a
Right.
tie, then it comes down to divisional record.
you're right. That's right.
I think it's going to be the Steelers and the Chiefs.
In the AFC Championship.
Yes.
I think it's going to
I
be
can tell you
the
it's not
Battle
gonna
of the Bays.
It's not going to be the Cincinnati Burrows. Want to thank
That's my thought.
Andy from the Natty for my Joe Burrow shirt.
New Orleans.
You've got comments on here.
It's not better
about
than
that.
like WKRP in Cincinnati
Also from Andy
with
from the
Johnny
Natty.
Fever over there.
Yeah.
Johnny Fever.
All right, let's do your
If Tampa
power
Bay doesn't
rankings
have
when we
to play
come back.
New Orleans before they get there.
T-Roy, let's do your power rankings and come back. Let's take a break.
Okay, Leah, you got a pretty ad for me?
I do. I have one.
How pretty
It's about
is it?
Done Right TV and Security Solutions. Have you heard about them?
It's as lovely as your voice. Yes, I have.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I want you to know that they're proud to be your Dish Premier local retailer.
That's sweet.
Yeah, they use Dish's Voight remote to search live TV. There's over 80,000 on-demand titles
I love that.
and Netflix.
Ooh,
Done Right has all the products you need to turn your home into a smart home.
and chill.
My home is not smart yet. It will be once I go to Done Right. Not only do they have state-of-the-art products, they even have their own installation experts for TV mounts, wireless networks, home theaters, security systems, and more. Call 866-84-RIGHT today to get the package that is right for you. Netflix streaming membership required. Voice remote requires internet-connected hopper. Restrictions do apply once again. That's Done Right TV and Security Solutions at 866-84-RIGHT.
You like that? You like that? Woo! Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Brian Rothenberger, radio guy for the Quad City Storm. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Meet the Bakers.
Happy holidays!
This year, they're especially thankful for family time.
Oh, he's gotten so big.
And with pizza deals at Casey's all season long, they can spend less time in the kitchen and more time catching up.
It's so good to see you.
Now at Casey's, get 2 large single-topping pizzas for just $8.99 each.
Yum!
Casey's, here for family time, here for good.
I've seen the worst things that can possibly happen. This isn't even close to that.
He's back on your radio. Greeny.
I have always felt basketball is a game where the team that has the best player wins. The Lakers would have the 2 best players.
Greeny, covering the top stories with the biggest names. Plus, breaking news.
Only in football do we wonder this aloud, and I just thought it was worth spelling out all of the ways in which Brady changed everything.
Greeny, weekdays at 11 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Football is back at the Double Crown. No fans allowed in the stands, so get the best seats possible at the Double Crown Bar and Grill. During all big college football games, enjoy $5 pitchers of domestics and $2 wells. Stop in for lunch during the week. Tuesday is all-you-can-eat wings and Friday nights all-you-can-eat fish, both for just $11. Plus happy hour daily from 2 till 6. For daily specials, find them on Facebook. Double your fun every day at the Double Crown Bar and Grill, 217 Brady Street, downtown Davenport.
This is Greeny.
LeBron James and Anthony Davis are going to be the best 1-2 punch in basketball again next year, regardless of what the Clippers do, regardless of what they have in Brooklyn, regardless of what they have in Houston, regardless of what they have in Dallas, regardless of anything else that happens.
Greeny, weekdays at 11 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Janae and Golick Jr.
Janae, through all of, Russell Wilson, we know he's a lot, from Mr. Unlimited to the weird video announcing his contract staying in Seattle, the bubble water, his bad dance moves behind Sierra's music videos. through all of it, he's
Literally.
still winning. I would trust him and Tyler Lockett with my PIN number, with any amount of money that I needed in my life. These guys are the surest bet in pro sports right now, and it's nice. We always like to say give people flowers while they can still smell them. Russell Wilson has been this quarterback. This is not a new version of him as far as I'm concerned, but it's a new version of this team putting its offense in his hands. He's getting all of the conversation around him and his ability that he's richly deserved for a while. And so in the interest of giving people their flowers, I'm really happy to see this like on a fundamental level for a guy who's been playing this kind of ball and been meaning this kind to his team.
Janae and Golick Jr. 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
The holidays are right around the corner. Don't stress out finding that perfect gift for that hard-to-buy someone on your list. Shop Premier Metal Art. They do custom engraving on items like tumblers, promotional items, and other custom gifts. They even do holiday decor and family namesakes. These multi-layered, full-color, powder-coated metal art items are a must-have this holiday season. Customize your man cave or purchase a gift for a sports fan, a first responder, or even a veteran. Order now online at qcpremier.com or on Facebook. Finish your holiday shopping today.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
If you don't think analytics are a useful tool in winning games in sports, then what you should do is when you go to the racetrack, you should just pick horses based upon which one you think is the prettiest. You should disregard everything else you might find in a racing form. You should pick stocks based upon how much you like the names of the companies. Disregard information that might help you make an informed decision. You wouldn't do that because you're not an idiot, and neither are the people running sports teams and making decisions. Analytics are a great example of something that has turned into a hot button topic as we've attached a fancy or frightening word to a very simple concept. Analytics are just the things that have happened. That's all they are. They're just telling you what's happened. In the past, this has happened.
Greeny, weekdays at 11, the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170. Every touchdown, every turnover. We're talking about them right here. This is your home for the NFL. This is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody. We're back.
We're
you
back.
are listening to Don't Hassle Us a Local. Thanks for tuning in.
I want to change the name to Please Hassle Us. We're local.
Really?
Well, you get that every day with
I
T-Roy
don't
next to
I?
you.
I do.
The other day when you're gone,
Oh, I don't even want
I
to
got
know.
I got a hug on Cal.
You got to.
And trust me, he was digging it.
Hey,
He was
hey,
You
so
did what
digging
now?
He wanted some hot fudge on his vanilla sundae, and I obliged. There you go,
it.
T-Roy.
He was all hugged up on me
Wow.
at the movies like some tramp.
You guys are so disloyal. It's over between all of us.
My baby sister cousin of the summer, tell me who she is.
I don't even like
So
it.
what we doing, power rankings?
That's right, Cal.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the top 15, and Jay is going to compare them to
ESPN.
the experts at ESPN.
Yes, sir.
Even though we are on ESPN.
We're not doing
And we
that.
are
You guys don't do Sports Illustrated anymore?
No, they changed. They
The
used
guy
to do
quit
like
doing
13 and 19. Now he just does it
Yeah.
on his own.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
not as fun because it's just this guy. He's like,
Yeah.
I have to make a ranking, so I'm just going to do it. Whatever else. But this is a group of.
I actually changed mine. Look at all those scribble marks on mine.
Do you need some whiteout?
No, I just had to rethink sometimes. It's like wrote it down. I didn't.
I wouldn't
like
let you
it,
turn
and
that
then
in. I'd be like, you need to rewrite that.
You would?
Oh, a teacher? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, rewrite that. That's what pencils
Get a
are
new
for.
get a new piece of paper and rewrite the answers.
That's right. My kids hate me. My kids hate me.
You two are bad teachers.
Hey, no, I'm telling you, when we was growing up, they made us do it. You know that.
You can have
I
a scribble
know.
mark on anything.
I'm just saying this is
It's so unprofessional.
Well, I'm gonna slow it down, professional.
Little facilities.
All right, Jay, you gonna play any music for me?
Let's
or-
go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Let's
All
go.
right,
I'm
let's
excited
Print
about
it.
this.
I
I'm
was gonna
excited.
print it. You sound like it. I was going to print it.
You were gonna print it?
I did print it, but now I just going to. Because I don't want you to.
Well, go get it while the music's playing.
Come on.
Run. We'll talk.
Go, Jay.
We'll time him, everybody.
Jay,
One,
Jay,
two,
Jay,
three.
Jay.
He's so fast when he wants to be so fast.
He's very aerodynamic.
Yeah, like we said, this is
He's not a big dude.
Week 11 T-Roy's Power Rankings. We will compare them to the board of members on the ESPN staff who try to tell you what they think about football. Last week, Jay, we had a lot of ties if I remember correctly, going through the top 4, we all had the same. So let's see how it's changed this week. I guarantee our top 2 don't change. But we'll see. You never know, Bird.
All right. So like I said, ESPN.com puts together the power rankings every week. Their panel includes a group of more than 80 writers, editors, and TV personalities. And so when they put it all together, they add it up. And then they always have someone that kind of who covers a team, adds a little bit more to it. So at number 1, T-Roy, you have...
I still have the Steelers.
They have the Steelers as well.
Agreed.
At number 2...
Chiefs.
I still have them Kansas City Chiefs.
Agreed.
Yep. Kansas City Chiefs. They will be facing the Raiders, and they played them in Week 5. They gave up 40 points. They lost 40-32.
Uh-oh. That's not going to happen again.
Nope. Coming off a bang.
All right. I guarantee from here it changes a lot, Jay. And we'll see what they think and what I think. But I'll bet you that they have Green Bay, but I have New Orleans at 3.
You have New Orleans at 3, and you are correct. They have Green Bay.
Now, what I'll bet you, I have Green Bay at 4, and I'll bet they have New Orleans at 5.
I'm not taking that bet because you are correct. They have New Orleans at the 4.
Okay. Now, from here, it's going to get fun.
Yeah.
At number 5, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They do not. Despite losing to the Patriots, they have the Baltimore Ravens at 5.
Telling you.
That team is going to be well out of the top soon. They're too beat up, man. They are.
They are beat up.
All right, at 6, I have the Miami Dolphins.
Number 6, they have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
He's really trying to make this Dolphin thing happen.
I don't have to make it. It is happening.
It's not happening according to this list.
Well, we'll see where they have them.
This list has been wrong before, though.
Yes, theirs has.
Get out of here, man.
Yeah, so at 6, they have Tampa Bay.
At 7, I have the Buffalo Bills.
They have the Buffalo Bills as well.
Put some lotion on the bed.
Buffalo probably would have been higher if it wasn't for the Hail Murray.
Second loss, yeah. That's 8. I have the Arizona Cardinals.
You guys are paddling in the same boat because they have the Arizona Cardinals as well.
Look at this. At 9, I have the Los Angeles Rams.
They have the Los Angeles Rams as well.
This is why I call him Rain Man.
Yeah, that's good. Rams have a pretty side.
Shane, you might be right about
I
those
might be
Rams.
right about those Rams. That
They're
NFC West.
good at home.
I was down. Yeah, they are.
They're good at home.
And they lost to the Miami Dolphins. So anyway, we'll keep going. At 10, the Las Vegas Raiders.
No.
Who do they got?
Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
But they did have them at 7 last week, so
I
they
would put
haven't
the
dropped-
Raiders above the Hawks, wouldn't you?
Right now, I would. Yeah.
Right now, I would.
They're going in the wrong direction.
They're going in the wrong direction right now. That's exactly it.
Okay.
All right. At 11, I have the Colts.
They have the Colts as well.
Look at that. All right. Man.
Still waiting on this Miami thing.
Oh, don't worry. They're way off on the Miami thing.
Can you believe Week 1 the Colts lost to Jacksonville? How much are they kicking themselves right now?
I know. That's what I'm saying. How do you do? How?
They'd be sitting at 7-2.
They're
if
just
they did
no
that.
good.
How?
They're no good.
All right. At 12, I have Tennessee, but I guarantee they have Miami.
No, they have Tennessee at 12 as well.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got Tennessee there as well. The Tennessee defense is going to hurt themselves.
You sound disappointed that they agreed with you.
No,
there.
that's
You're like,
okay.
oh, all right, I
All
guess
right.
they
Well,
won't.
now, see, I have Seattle at 13. They'll have Miami at 13.
They have Miami at 13.
There you go.
I knew it was coming soon. Really?
This dude in this Miami, man.
Yeah, Miami's good. Watch. Next week, they're going to have Miami way higher. At 14, I have Baltimore Ravens. And they'll probably have...
Yep.
Las Vegas.
They do have Las Vegas at 14. Yep.
And I want to say that our 15s should be exactly the same then.
Okay.
The Cleveland Browns.
It is the Cleveland Browns. Look
God,
at that.
Look at me.
Look at that.
God, Leah.
Look at you.
I'm pretty good at predicting them,
I'm
aren't
so proud of you.
Sitting on the outside looking in at
It's not
16, the
hard,
ESPN has Chicago Bears.
How? After that? All right, whatever. quarterback got broken in half.
Have you seen the rest of the team's records that are in this thing?
That's
yeah,
true.
well, that's true. That's right. At least they're 500.
Yeah.
Now you have the
The rest of the teams.
Yeah, you have the 49ers at 4-6, and that's pretty high at 17 for them. They're broken. They're broken.
Yeah.
18. They had the Patriots, who, the Patriots don't really have a very favorable schedule. You can actually cross them off. Even that win kind of gave a little bit of wind behind Patriots fans' sails, thinking maybe some playoffs, but it's not. They have to win out.
That win was against a team. Listen. You look at all the statistics with Lamar Jackson this year compared to last year, and I brought this up, Jay, to you at least a week ago, if not 2 weeks ago. The retirement of Marshall Yanda, and now with the injuries they've had on their O-line, plus their blocking tight end, they can't get the things done that they were getting done before. They don't necessarily have a group of elite receivers. They just had a quarterback that was really good at getting in the ball because he got protection, and when that broke down, he was able to fix it with his legs. It's not that case anymore because they're using contain and they're getting up in the middle on him. This isn't the same team. It's not the same quarterback. They don't have a good running game to support him on top of that.
To support who?
Lamar Jackson.
Well,
what?
Ingram's done nothing this year.
He's done nothing this year.
Well, no, not this year. I read to say, I was like, last year
Ingram's been nothing this year. Gus
nothing.
Edwards has really been nothing this year. The receiving core, I mean, I feel a need for Willie Snead.
Yeah.
Marquise Brown, okay. But the tight ends, not so good.
It's not
as good as they were last year. I'm saying it's a breakdown in the O-line that's causing this.
They changed it where they want him under quarterback more for some reason. Don't know why.
Keep him safe.
But yeah, that's great. But he does not. He's last. He's last under quarterback. He's first in the shotgun.
Here's the thing about Lamar Jackson. Okay, he's dynamic to watch, and when you can get him to run and do the things that Lamar Jackson can do, that's fine. But when you're down 10, do you really believe in Lamar Jackson bringing that team back down by 10?
No, I don't.
Do you believe in Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Now you're starting to look at other ones.
Erickson's bothering me on Twitter.
You have to look at Kyler Murray.
Lamar's an entertainer.
Kyler Murray, you
when
believe
he's
in
on.
him.
When he's on.
Aaron Rodgers, you believe in him. Now you're down by 10. We still got this game.
Yes.
The game's down 10-0. You're like, this game's over. So.
But don't you think working under pressure is...
That's part of the job.
That's exactly...
That's 95% of being a quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Is the pressure. Oh, hey, T-Roy?
Yeah.
I was told by my buddy Brian Van Horst, he said, how do you feel about the Dolphins and the Browns being higher than the Cowboys?
Well,
they should be higher than the Cowboys.
Garrett Gilbert is the starting quarterback for the
Why
Cowboys.
you gotta be picking on my man?
Who last played for the Orlando Apollo.
Does your friend know how to read records? Ask him if he knows how to read a record.
No, I think he's just saying, like, as a fan, how do you feel? And
I told him, I said he's a Dolphins fan now.
No, I just say they're good, Cal. I like teams that are good with good quarterbacks.
You've been
That's why I don't like Denver.
Then why don't you like the Chiefs?
We don't even.
I do like the Chiefs.
You got to root for my team, baby.
The Broncos have no direct effect on you at all.
I know, but they don't have any. They don't have a good team.
Okay, so
I'm just hyped about a good team.
Cowboys don't have a good team.
I know that. Not right now. They don't.
Yeah.
They haven't had one in
anyway, Cal.
30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Going back
Troy
to my
Aikman.
list. Going back to my list.
Exactly. He's been a commentator for 20 years.
And he's not
do
even
the math.
Yeah, he's in hot water.
Do the math.
I don't have to do the math. You do the math.
Vikings at 19, Carolina
I know more
Panthers
than
at 20. Philadelphia Eagles at 3-5-1, and geez, boy, it's painful to watch Carson Wentz play football right now.
He just looks bad.
Yeah.
How do you have Philly ahead of Detroit?
Detroit's right next to him. Because it's a good question.
Like seriously, why?
I mean, it's not by much. So 3-5-1, and 4-5. Then the Broncos at 3-6. At 24, the Falcons at 3-6.
Philly's not winning that division yet.
No,
they're not.
No, it's going to be the Giants or the Cowboys.
Yep.
Giants.
It's
gonna be
don't sleep on my Garrett Gilbert. Don't do it. Do not sleep on my Garrett Gilbert.
I'm saying
I
it
don't
right
think
now.
he's going to start.
Who's coming back?
I think they're letting Red start.
The Red Rocket.
I know. It's
I hate that nickname. It's disgusting.
What do you mean?
Gross. I love my dog.
Giants at 25. Giants at 26.
I'd be so mad at everybody of those.
No, Cal. In all seriousness, it doesn't bother me. Their quarterback's out for the year, so I don't care.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, why?
Our quarterback is out for the year too.
If Dak was there,
and he's playing.
If Dak was there and they were still 2-7, yeah, then I'd be upset.
Let's see.
That's true.
But that's the way it goes in the NFL. the way the cookie crumbles, and that's why I look at Baltimore. Baltimore is a hit to Lamar Jackson away from being the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, he's one hit away for sure.
No, that team is from one hit away from being the Dallas Cowboys because Lamar Jackson's gone.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying.
You're done.
There's multiple teams that are one hit away from being the Cowboys.
But that's why.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. What was he second in MVP last year to Mahomes?
No, he won.
He won the MVP last year.
Yeah,
Mahomes,
he did win. That's
Mahomes got hurt.
Mahomes got hurt. That's right. That was the year before.
And Mahomes would have won it last year if he didn't get hurt.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But like, Lamar won it last year.
Lamar's still a very good quarterback, but
he needs to go back to what was
other
working
one of these
for him.
quarterbacks in these league. You look at. I'll point out to you another guy that was at the top of the MVP talk for the first 5 weeks of the year. Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
You want to know what's going on now? Why is Russell Wilson so good, you guys? Why is he forcing the ball? Why does it look like he's forcing the ball down the field? What's going on with Russell Wilson? There's no running game anymore. Why is there no running game? The top two running backs have been out for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Period. Forcing more onto him when they know they don't have to worry about someone running the ball because they have inadequate running backs.
Exactly. So they
Chris Carson and have Carlos Hyde.
So they crash the pocket. Crash the pocket.
That's
how you do against what.
They rush 4, and then everybody else drops
as soon as that lineman went down in Baltimore, what they start doing?
Well, that's
he was back in the pocket. They started crashing the damn pocket.
Adapt and overcome.
And then giving a spy to make sure he don't get downfield.
That is what it is.
Exactly.
When you become one-dimensional-ish,
you have to change the game.
It's easy for the NFL. Listen, these guys are all you think about it. These guys that are in the NFL are the greatest of all the college players.
Yes.
I mean, the talent level is insane.
Yeah. Even their third string.
When you say, this guy runs a 4.3.
That's what I've been telling you about Garrett Gilbert this entire time.
Jesus Christ, man. This dude is terrible, bro. He is garbage.
Actually, he did look good.
NFL players are the top 1% of athletes in the world.
I would say you're right.
That's
true.
Why
America sucks at soccer.
As far as conditioning and all that.
American football is why we suck at soccer. Seriously.
I mean, I think we'd be pretty good at rugby if we had professional rugby.
Oh, think about this.
Why don't we do that?
Think about if we didn't have football and we didn't have basketball.
We'd have rugby.
I'm just throw this out.
I watch
LeBron James is your goalie.
Yes.
How are you getting? I don't care. I'm talking about pure physical ability alone.
You ain't get past
How are
him.
you getting that ball past him? One, he's got incredible instincts and quickness. His arm. I mean, nothing.
8 feet.
His wingspan
is like 8 feet.
It's
what was
probably
Jordan?
more like 12.
Jordan's was like, no, LeBron's is like 12. Jordan's was like about 12.
Yeah.
Because remember that poster?
Yeah,
they were like,
it.
They were like,
I didn't have it. My brother had it.
The
And
flight
we were-
poster?
Yeah.
I just gave it to my buddy.
My brother had it in his room.
I had it mounted and framed and everything.
Yeah.
That's a good poster. You got
That was a
rid of
great
it?
poster to have.
I gave it to a kid so it could get past.
I still
the line.
got
That's
My
what
wife wouldn't let me
that's
put it
what's
up in the
you know
house
what's
anymore.
messed up? They don't make more posters anymore. Remember we used to have our
Go
walls full of
vintage.
posters.
We should have a poster of Jamie.
You know what I'm saying? Remember?
Pretty much, yeah.
We could get his TikTok and make a poster out of one of those.
I'm pretty sure Jay in high school had a poster of Wally Zerbiak on his wall.
I had Chipper Jones.
I would have rather had one of Wally Zerbiak's wife.
Yes.
I had Chipper Jones on my wall.
Wally
Yeah, Chipper Jones.
I did.
I had Andre Dawson.
Wally
Ozzie Smith. I had
Deion
Ozzie
Sanders.
Smith. Yep. I had a few.
It was
But as
mostly-
a girl, guys would come in my room like, oh, you
I know
like
I had a
sports? I'm like,
Nomar.
no, I just like these
I
three.
did Eric Davis.
I know I had a Nomar.
We need to be posters back. I used to have posters in my locker with my buddy Martin down in
Oh, yeah,
Savannah,
for
Georgia.
sure.
We used to have we had Allen Iverson and Monica the singer.
Lewinsky? Lewinsky?
I had JFK Jr. I swear to God I did.
I had a poster with Norman Schwarzkopf and Colin Powell on my wall.
You know what I had? You know what I had?
How many 15-year-old girls have politicians on their wall though?
So what I had,
Weird.
I found this thing in a dumpster or in a garbage can, one of the two. It
Bo
was
Jackson.
it was a porn magazine, right?
No, it's always
And
found in a dumpster.
Of course it is.
It was Motley Crue when they first came out before Shout at the Devil, and they had posed in this magazine with all these naked girls. The girls were naked. Motley Crue was clothed. I found that.
Have you
I put that on my wall.
Have you seen? Now this
That's that CMFN.
I don't know what that
I don't know
means.
what's country music
No.
fan club.
Clothed male, naked female.
Oh, all right.
Is that like a search engine?
Yes.
Well, now we know what Cal's looking at.
Yeah.
Let's take a
Kyle's
break.
like, I like my men in clothes.
I know what his cookies say.
I don't want to see his body.
Let's take a break. Come back. Let's talk about Theo and talk some baseball. We got the Hall of Fame ballot to talk about.
Yes.
All right. Hey, Front Street Brewery. Troy, have you been there?
I've been there.
It's the oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa.
I know. They have great food.
Oh, my God. It's so good. You know where it is? It's located.
It's at 208 East River Drive, and they have a tap room there in the old Freight House complex.
It's right along the bank of the mighty Mississippi.
Yes, it is,
It
too.
served the fine community of Davenport, Iowa since 1992.
Cal was like 4.
Yeah, he was like -4. Can you name 2 of their beers?
Well, the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, the Cherry Bomb Blonde, Cal's favorite, the Mahalo.
And don't forget about the Raging River, you guys.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Go check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Also, visit their webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com.
You like that? You like that? Woo! Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Hey, this is Dorf with Dancing with the QC Stars. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Renewal by Anderson.
When it came time to replace our old drafty windows, we opted for quality with style, installed by professionals.
Renewal by Anderson.
I'm Sam Hare with Renewal by Anderson. We're counting down to Black Friday with huge savings. Get $350 off every window and $900 off every patio door. During the Black Friday sale, take advantage of our special financing options with no money down, no payments, and no interest for 25 months. That's over 2 years. Don't let the cold weather stop you from making improvements to your house. Our cold weather installation method will protect your home. We'll do one window at a time to ensure that your home's not exposed to the elements. Counting down to Black Friday with huge savings, you can count on Renewal by Anderson. Visit us at our showroom or online at renewalbyanderson.com.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
If you don't think analytics are a useful tool in winning games in sports, then what you should do is when you go to the racetrack, you should just pick horses based upon which one you think is the prettiest. You should disregard everything else you might find in a racing form. You should pick stocks based upon how much you like the names of the companies. Disregard information that might help you make an informed decision. You wouldn't do that because you're not an idiot, and neither are the people running sports teams and making decisions. Analytics are a great example of something that has turned into a hot button topic as we've attached a fancy or frightening word to a very simple concept. Analytics are just the things that have happened. That's all they are. They're just telling you what's happened. In the past, this has happened.
Greeny, weekdays at 11. A Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Janae and Golick Jr.
Janae, through all of, Russell Wilson, we know he's a lot, from Mr. Unlimited to the weird video announcing his contract staying in Seattle, the bubble water, his bad dance moves behind Sierra's music videos. Through all of it, he's still winning. I would trust him and Tyler Lockett with my PIN number, with any amount of money that I needed in my life. These guys are the surest bet in pro sports right now, and it's nice. We always like to say give people flowers while they can still smell them. Russell Wilson has been this quarterback. This is not a new version of him as far as I'm concerned, but it's a new version of this team putting its offense in his hands. He's getting all of the conversation around him and his ability that he's richly deserved for a while. And so in the interest of giving people their flowers, I'm really happy to see this on a fundamental level for a guy who's been playing this kind of ball and been meeting this kind to his team.
Janae and Golick Jr. 3 to 6 on the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Hey Quad Cities, this is Kim from Berry Global, a Fortune 400 packaging company. I have some exciting news. We are hiring technical and entry-level employees at our injection molding facility right here in Bettendorf. Berry offers an impressive benefits package, which includes medical, dental, vision, 401k match, company-paid life and disability insurances, along with competitive wages and profit-sharing bonus. If being a part of an awesome team interests you, visit berryglobal.com to apply. That is BERRY global.com. Still looking for more information about Barry? Just say, Alexa, tell me about Barry Global.
The Max Kellerman Show.
Kendrick Perkins. Meg, you argued me down on First Take about how good of a player Chris Middleton was.
No, I didn't.
And I told you, yes, you did. And I told you that he wasn't that type of guy, right?
just making
But he
stuff up
did
now?
play. Oh, I'm making stuff up. Do I need
I
to pull
argued
up the
for Chris
evidence?
Middleton. No, I said Chris Middleton should be at best the third best player on a championship team. You need another dude who can go get his own shot and do it on a higher level than Middleton if you want to pair him with Giannis to win a championship. I never said anything different than that. I wasn't thinking the Bucks were going to win a title this year. Come
So
on.
did you have the Bucks coming out of the East?
Yep. I sure did. Shut up, Perk. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
So you think you know Iowa football? Well, Elite Sportsbook has an exclusive Iowa football season-long progressive parlay just for you. From now through the regular season, you will be able to bet on all of Iowa's games. This exclusive parlay allows you to lose a number of legs and still win. Go to EliteSportsbook.com to check out the pay chart and get in on the action everyone is talking about. Play your game with Elite Sportsbook. For a limited time only, must be 21. Visit EliteSportsbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Open our app to listen live, win stuff, and to sign up for breaking news alerts. Never miss a thing on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Lee?
Welcome back, everybody. This is Don't Ask Us Local on AM 1170.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be in studio. We got Cal Reed, Leah Bomb Diggity.
Yes.
Sir Bomber.
Sir Bomber, if you will.
If you're nasty.
Yeah, pardon
So,
me, sir.
It's Cal MF Reed.
On my text line that I have a thread about, and my buddy Lomble has been on the show. He's a Minnesota Timberwolves fan. And we're going to talk NBA later.
He's our NBA expert, if you will.
Yeah, and they've got a draft tonight, and they're the number 1 overall pick. And
The Minnesota Timberwolves do?
Yeah, and so then...
So
and I texted him earlier
Who are they
today.
taking? That kid you guys were arguing about? This kid from Dayton?
No, taking a kid from Georgia. Yes. Anthony Edwards.
He is
The
good.
pilot from...
Really good.
He's really good.
Pilot from Top Gun?
So they, yeah, exactly. So someone said, like, because it started off talking about gambling on the draft, and I'll give the odds later about everything, but they asked Scott Lomble who the T-Wolves were going to take because he lives there and probably is on blogs. And then he wrote, I was leaning Wiseman, but my wrestling buddy who's watched 3 NBA games in the last 10 years has convinced me Edwards is all world. Edwards, giddy up. He's right.
He's talking to you.
Yeah, he's talking
about
me.
you.
Yeah.
3
it's
in the
pretty
last
much
10.
My wrestling
No, a
buddy.
lot more than that, but yeah. I think it's Edwards, and I'll explain all that why later. The news yesterday, coming out of Chicago.
Because I immediately cringe anytime I hear
Not like that news.
the word news.
See, the funny thing is, if you just don't follow politics, there's actually news of other sorts.
I don't.
Theo
follow
Epstein
anything
has
up
stepped
butt balls.
down as the
I
Cubs
know.
president of baseball operations after 9 years, which
I hate
we all know
everybody.
the story. 2016, he
Shut up,
snapped
Kyle.
a 107-year losing streak.
Was this
A-
good
a
or bad
World
for the
Series
Cubs?
streak. Well, Jed Hoyer was always groomed to take over the job. He's just moving from general manager to president of baseball operations now. So I don't know if it's really bad. He had one more year left on his contract, so it was already thought that he wasn't coming back after one more year.
I know where
Who
he's
is this?
going.
Theo Epstein, the president of baseball operations.
Where's he go?
You know where he's going.
It's a great question. I'll get to that.
No, I don't.
Thing is the background of Epstein. Yale graduate who became the youngest GM in Major League Baseball history at 28 when the Red Sox hired him in 2002, and he led them broke their streak as well. Led them to a World Series. That's why he is going to in the Baseball Hall of Fame. And
Where do you
talk
think
about
he's
the Hall of
going,
Fame
Cal?
later. Where do you think he's going?
My thing is this: either Cleveland
As what?
or Detroit.
As what? Head coach?
I said
No.
GM?
because he has this he's like a team whisperer. Like, you know what I mean? He may not get you multiple, but he'll get you one. But he's good at teams that haven't broke it, that haven't got there, and he'll do whatever it takes to get that team there.
So
And I
you
think
think he can tame
he's like Phil Jackson of
wild
baseball.
horses?
He can go anywhere and win.
He has
I
in
don't
letters
know.
to friends mentioned that he does have a third wave, if you will, in his career in him.
Did he really use that?
No, I just did.
Okay.
That's why I looked over at you.
You see her face? She was like, he said that?
I was going to say he's dead to me.
Some of the things he's known for
They call him the vaccinator, though.
Some of the things he's known for is that using the type of Moneyball thing, but he's also at places that have deep pockets, Boston and Chicago, taking the tactics.
Okay.
Some other things that he impacted the game. The year before Epstein took over in Boston, Ivy League grads comprised of 3% of Major League clubs' top decision makers. That number today is 43%.
Wow.
So he did, when he was at Yale, he did intern with the Baltimore Orioles, and then they hired him in PR as soon as he graduated, and he did some time in San Diego before he ended up in Boston. So, yes, Anderson saying on the Harrington Pub Facebook comment thread that Epstein said he's taking a year, he won't be working next season, and he won't. Philadelphia is not naming a GM this year. Their GM resigned,
too.
And they have said we are not naming a GM this year.
That makes
Where
sense
did he
too.
grow up?
That's a good question.
Boston, I think.
But where?
The New York Mets.
There's neighborhoods, Cal.
Have new ownership, and they're doing a shakeup.
There's Ben Affleck neighborhood.
Those are the actual two spots that are being named most likely if he's going to go.
Which ones? New York and the Mets?
The Mets or Philadelphia?
Philly. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think Philadelphia is good because you got Bryce Harper there. You got McCutcheon.
You just said his
no, he's right though. He has gone places, but Detroit, I don't know if the pockets are that big.
Saying,
Cleveland,
he
on
did
the
go to
other
those
hand,
places, but like
the Mets and the Phillies would have deep pockets.
They're gonna have deep pockets.
But I could see the reason I brought up San Diego is he has ties there, obviously, and I was thinking Baltimore when the minute you said that as well.
Yep.
Ties, they got to build. But the thing is, I think San Diego has a better farm system. And he's going to look at that when he goes to a team. He wants a good farm system because he wants to use young players that match what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
I think he likes more repellent cities. If you know what I'm saying, like he likes places like New York, Chicago. Boston.
Possibly, but what I'm saying is he tired? Is he tired of that now? And he says, "I'm going to spend
go
some
out
time in San Diego."
So San Diego would be nice. Hey, he could retire after that.
That's what I'm getting.
Boom. You right?
So he's sitting right now at 46.
He's just 46?
Yeah. He was 28 when he was hired in 2002. So that's 46.
It's my demographic right there. What's up, Poppy?
He didn't have any
I'm
tattoos.
looking at commissioner
forget that
of
then.
baseball.
What's that?
I'm eyeing commissioner of baseball. Manfred is not, I'm talking about for Theo. Manfred does not have a good relationship with players and the fans. Obviously, with the way he's handled the Astros and other things.
Geek.
Yeah. He could very well be the next commissioner of baseball.
No way. You really think so?
You know the first thing he would probably do? Pete Rose.
Hall of Fame?
Well, he would have to live
Charlie
that.
Hustle.
Do you know how many fans he would acquire?
He knows what he's doing.
Do you know how many older players he would upset?
Who cares? They're on their way out
Charlie
anyway.
Hustle got in there?
Yeah. There's plenty.
Youth
I mean,
is,
they're on
youth
both
is the
sides.
future. You're going to upset the old people. And boomers are mad all day, every day anyway. So let's just move on. You know? You heard me, boomer.
They didn't take Michael Jordan.
Boomer.
They
Get
didn't take Michael Jordan stuff away when he bet on the Bulls.
That was well. If you're going down that route, they did. They suspended him for a year. He just went and played baseball. That's,
so why do you
that's
think
what
he's
the speculation.
How do you do that? Like, does he apply to be the commissioner or what? Like,
Well,
how does that?
if there's no longer a commissioner, yes, he applies just like a regular
So
job.
they don't like. My question is this: can you apply for the job, or do they already have people in their sights? Like they already go after people.
Do you have the beast?
There could be like an
within your
assistant
sight?
commissioner and everything else. There's people that are in the office for Major
Well,
League
because I think of
Baseball.
it like politics, as I put everything
Mm-hmm.
into perspective. So if somebody is gone, then there's already somebody in their stead. Is my point.
I wouldn't say that there's always someone waiting.
Okay.
Not
It's
necessarily.
not like-
It's not
I'm
like
curious.
basketball.
I wanna know.
It's like it's only like that in basketball because Adam Silver was already waiting after David Stern.
Yeah, I don't. I
You
mean,
know what
the
I mean?
last time I thought that, I think that happened was after A. Bartlett Giamatti, and then Faye Vincent was already like his right hand man, and that's why he upheld everything with Pete Rose. But I wouldn't say that Manfred was the guy doing it. It would be.
Everything is political though, and everything is pre-programmed, and everything is pre-planned. Everything.
But do you want
Sports
to
is
deal
good.
with? Do you want to deal with all those headaches of being the commissioner? But I mean, I think it's there is a third thing that he wants to do. According to the Athletic, there's a third
I like
chapter.
Jay's speculation. I don't know where he's getting it from, but I mean, listen, he's 46. He's one of the best minds in baseball, and that's what baseball needs. It needs someone younger with
fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
A fresh take on things.
Mhm.
I mean, baseball is sucking hind to every one of these major sports right now, except maybe the NBA.
No, they're suffering big time.
Well, but I'm saying NBA and baseball took a big hit this year. Is what
Yeah,
I'm saying. So,
for sure.
So it's a battle there, but I would still say when it comes to being in touch with the youth, basketball's ahead of baseball. And so what I'm getting at is they.
But
need
I would say
someone
baseball
like,
fans are way more loyal than basketball fans.
Oh, for sure.
Well, because there's way more free agency. There's way,
Well, and
way
it's
more
America's
change
pastime.
in free agency and
It's
in
America's
NBA.
sport,
But
period.
either way, yeah, I think it'd be great to see if it happened. I mean, obviously, I don't know what's left on Manfred's contract, Jay. Were you just wildly speculating or recklessly?
Yeah, do we know if this is going to transpire or what?
Is it something where he only has a year left?
I'd have to look that up for you.
Okay.
But
ooh, this is interesting.
But at the same time, if
We could take bets.
If you're at 46 and you're telling your friends I have a third wave,
that means a team.
It's somewhere. Yeah.
if I get I thought a third stage of my career.
He's
got something in his brain. He goes, I think I can do it. I think what it is once you get to the top, it's hard to repeat. Especially he finds that out. I mean, it's hard to. When's the last time we had back-to-back World Series winners?
Who wants to see that?
When's the last time?
They got to be the Yankees in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
They won 3. They won 3.
So we're looking at 20 some years at least.
Yeah, they won 3, and then they won 6 in like 8 years, something like that.
They were on a roll for a long time.
They were,
yeah.
So you're looking at that. He's like, I don't know. So where do your challenges come from? Where do you have connections? You know, do you want the scrutiny of New York press? I think he got a pretty good pass in Chicago.
Don't say that.
What do you mean you got to?
I mean, I don't think the press was hard on him in Chicago.
They didn't have to be.
They didn't do much.
He could have been a little critical these last couple of years.
He doesn't ever have to buy a beer in Chicago. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the same time, I mean, do you want to go to New York? You know what that's going to be like. You're going to
Especially
be if you're
the
the
Mets.
Mets, you're going to be second fiddle to the Yankees the entire time.
Yeah.
So
I
think that's a bad thing.
I go to Philly.
I would go to Philly before I go to New York in a heartbeat. I would never want to be a part of the New York sports
You know
system
why?
at
Because
all.
they have all the tools to be a championship team.
They do, but it's Philly.
Who cares? What's that mean?
They have amazing sandwiches.
Means a lot. Means a lot.
Those
They put-
cheesesteaks.
They put nacho cheese on everything.
Well, you guys would know what I mean more.
You know what you never do? Never go to Philly and ask for Chicago style Philly.
I wouldn't say Chicago in any other city other than Chicago. They're not well.
You guys weren't part of the
liked.
show when I did my Philly fan
Oh, yeah.
impersonations, so you don't understand my disdain
Man,
for
you're
the
not good at
city of Philly. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
No, you're not.
I'll do my one of you.
You guys just want
Here,
to
you want me
arm
to
wrestle and get it
do
over
my
with.
Cal impersonation?
Why are you unbuckling your pants while you're saying that?
You're not good at impersonations, man. You're not good at impersonations, man.
My voice don't sound like I'm gargling rocks.
Yeah, it does. Sounds just like that.
No,
They
not
did
at all.
my impersonation and they made me sound like a dude. So
Well, you
Oh,
got that.
yeah,
You got
when we had
that.
the
You
guy
got. Hey, you got the Courtney Cox voice.
who's Courtney Cox? Monica?
Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah, you do. You sound like her.
All right.
It's over between us.
The 2021 Baseball Writers Association of America Hall of Fame ballot is out.
Got it.
We only have a few people that are on the list that will be first timers. More than likely, we will have. This will be the first time since. This will be the first time since 2013 that we will not have a first ballot Hall of Famer.
2013.
Yeah, the longest stretch that we ever had that before, with not having a first ballot, was from 1988 to 1995. So there probably will not be a first timer, because I'll explain that to you. Because the first timer's on here, and you're gonna say, nope, they're not a first timer. Is Mark Burley?
No.
No.
AJ Burnett?
No.
Michael Kadire? No.
No. No.
He said no before we could.
He hates
I hate Cuddy. Dan Herron?
Nope.
No.
LaTroy Hawkins?
No.
Absolutely. He shouldn't even ever be a Hall of Famer. Why was he getting a vote?
A lot of saves.
He's good.
Tim
He's
Hudson?
got a lot of blown
No.
saves, too.
No.
Torrey Hunter?
No.
Most infectious smile in baseball.
Hold
He's not a first timer.
Hold on.
Listen
Hold
to me.
on.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on.
You can argue
Torrey
with me all you
Hunter?
want. I love T-Nuts. I'm a
Wait,
fan.
wait.
I love him.
That's his
T-Nuts?
nickname. That's his nickname.
Okay, you are now J Nuts. Sure. You are now C Nuts, and you are now T Nuts.
T Nuts.
No, that other guy's T Nuts.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the most infectious smile in baseball.
I'm telling you, man. Torrey Hunter, man.
Okay, well, we'll pull up his stats and take a look at it. Aramis Ramirez, Nick Swisher, Shane Victorino, Barry Zito.
No. You said Barry Zito?
Yeah, not first timer.
No, not first time.
Okay, people that are returning.
He won't even make the Hall of Fame.
People that are
Barry Zito?
No, he doesn't have 300
From
wins.
Oakland?
He doesn't have 300 wins.
Yeah.
He might have.
He was good for a couple years.
Isn't 300 wins like a bare minimum requirement?
Usually, that's
usually how you get in.
I want you to pull up the Troy Hawkins stats.
We'll do that. Here's the guys that are returning. You have to get 75% to be in.
Okay.
Top returning vote getters from the 2020. Kurt Schilling
should be in.
He should be in.
And he got 70%.
What?
Last year.
Oh.
He's got to get 75 this
So you
year.
got to go like this, and then like yes or no.
Roger Clemens.
Yes.
Should be in.
Yep.
Should be in.
Yes.
Barry Bonds, yes.
Yes.
Should be in. He had 60.7% last year.
Rafael Palmeiro, yes.
Was Bonds in there? Keep going.
That's the top three. That's the top three.
Was Bonds next on the list?
Yes. These are the top vote getters in order.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Omar Vizquel.
Yes.
No.
He's good. What?
I'm gonna go with
Are
no.
you crazy?
We have to look at his stats, but you're not. They're not going to go over just on gold gloves and that he can do tricky things with his glove when he plays warm up.
That's what I'm getting at.
Scott Rowland. It drops here from 52 to 35.
No.
Everyone from here on down is 35 or less %.
No.
He's a great pitcher, but no.
Billy Wagner.
No.
No.
Wasn't he up there for a while for most saves? Or am I thinking of someone else? Trevor Hoffman, probably. He's in, right? Gary Sheffield, I believe, should be in.
Yes.
I think he should be in.
This
I don't know
is
why he's not. Why is he getting shut down like that?
I don't know. This will be his 8th year on the
Goofy
ballot.
looking dude.
And he only got 30.5%.
That's weird.
Todd Helton.
No.
Manny Ramirez.
Yes.
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 I said yes.
I agree.
Yes,
yeah, everyone
we all
said
said
yes.
yes.
I'm saying yes because I don't know why they don't have him in there already.
Well,
Get angry, Cal.
he did have steroids. He was suspended. He did, I think, 60 games in 2000 and.
So we just let Barry in. We just let Barry in. So I don't want to hear the.
Yeah, exactly.
The Roy
Yeah.
I agree.
That's past, man.
Jeff Kent.
No.
Because of what he's trying to say to Barry.
It had nothing to do with what he said.
Everybody hates him.
No, I just don't like Jeff Kent.
Yes, that's it.
He's no Clark.
Nope.
He got 27.5% last year.
Exactly.
Andrew Jones.
No.
What, from the Braves?
No.
No, you don't think so?
No. Pull up stats.
He's not a first ballot, but I'm just saying.
This would be
What's he got? Does he get?
He had 19.4.
Does he have 3,000 hits?
We'll take a look at you. I pull up whoever you want after we take a break soon. Okay. I'll pull up whoever you want. Sammy Sosa.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes, for
Nope.
me.
And I'm a Cubs fan. Nope.
Why nope? He's got to be in the 500 club, right?
Yeah. If we're letting in the other Reuters, he's in.
He's in.
See what he did to himself?
No,
I'm embarrassed by this.
Where he's from,
has a skin-
let's talk
I
about
thought-
cultural things.
Is that a skin condition or did he do it to
He
himself?
don't got a vitiligo.
He bleached it, but where he is from, where he was born and raised in that area, they bleach their skin, and it's a sign of power and money. So it's not because he was trying to be white; it's because where he's from, it's culturally acceptable and it's promoted. Once you become,
He's from the Dominican Republic,
exactly,
right next to
but
Haiti.
right, but you have to research it, look it up.
Is that what Pete?
You know I'm not wrong. They bleach their skin, and it's a sign of power, money, and success.
Okay.
He looks like Donald Trump Jr.
He looks ridiculous, but let's not judge on other people's cultural prowess.
Finally, Andy Pettit.
Yes. Yep. He was a Yankee, right?
Yeah.
We're number 20. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
all right,
yeah.
all right.
I'm gonna go with
Here's
yes.
the deal. I want you to pull up Pettit because I'm on the fence with Pettit. I want you to pull up Pettit stats.
Mm-hmm.
Who else were on the fence
Andrew
about?
Jones.
All right, Andrew Jones.
I want to look at Sheffield
Torrey
again.
Hunter.
I make the argument for Sheffield every year, so I want to pull it. And we'll
Torrey
pull
Hunter.
up Torrey Hunter and then Omar Vizquel.
Yeah.
I'm for Sheffield for sure.
Bobby Abreu is the final one. Let's see.
We want Pettit, Jones, Sheffield.
I'll pull it up. Yep.
Who else?
We said Andrew Jones,
Pettit, Sheffield,
T-Nuts, Torrey Hunter, and Omar Vizquel. That's what we want to look at. All right?
All right.
Before we go to break, though, according to MLB.com, Schilling looks like to be the one to make the jump. He's gone up 9.7% from 2018 to 2019. He did a 9.1% from 2019 to 2020. In the past 30 years, Jack Morris is the only player to get shut out by the writers despite reaching at least 65% with at least 2 years remaining on the ballot. Morris eventually made it via the Modern Baseball Committee vote. So history is on Schilling's side.
Those writers
Him and his side.
They're the worst.
Him and his
See,
side.
the baseball writers are just the biggest group.
Let's not even talk about the. Hey, did you see how one of the writers went on the MLB network, and he sat down with all those other players on that panel, and he was trying to give his reasons. They're like, that's the dumbest reason. They was hot. They're like, dude, y'all don't need to vote. You don't need to let the people vote or let players vote. But
let my people go.
Writers don't need to vote, man. For real.
Just again, still looking at MLB.com when it comes to Omar Vizquel. 11 Gold Gloves, but he only had 2 seasons that rated above average offensively. But it's looking in the future, he's trending in the right direction. He would take a big jump for him to get there because he's just over 50. He has to get. I mean, it would be
that up when we come back.
It would be a 25% jump.
Yeah, you're jumping ahead.
I'm just looking at. I will look at the numbers.
We'll do it when we get back. Thought we were going to break.
We are.
See? Jeez, bird. Man. Locally owned since 1934, Tri-City Equipment is your source for value and pricing. Remember, they have everything you need from kitchen cookware, refrigeration, utensils, tableware, you name it. They have guarantees on labor and parts, 30 and 90 days. If you just want to get something for your home or your home chef, try Tri-City Equipment online at tricityequipment.com or go down to 527 West 4th Street and check out their newly remodeled 2,400 square foot showroom. Remember, they match online pricing and deliver to all Quad City restaurants. Give them a call today, 563-322-5382. That's Tri-City Equipment, 527 West 4th Street in Davenport.
You like that? You like that? Woo! Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Adam Rosso from Hawkeye Headquarters, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
Excuse me.
Hey, this is the ladies' room, you freak!
Sorry, ma'am. We just sold this bike here.
So why do you have motorcycles in the bathroom?
Well, you see, Brenny's just received the new Suzuki motorcycles and ATVs that have been on order and are finally here. Along with all the parts and new Suzuki accessories, there's just no space left. Just a few short years ago, we built a 20,000 square foot showroom. And now with all this new inventory, we don't have squat for room. Excuse the pun.
Very funny. Hey, you know, I do like this new Suzuki motorcycle.
You should see the GSXRs we got in the men's bathroom, or the 1200 Bandit, or the Marauder that we keep down in the wine cellar. Come to think of it, I've never been in the ladies' bathroom before. Wow, look at all the latex vending machines you got in here.
That's Playtex.
Yuck, now I gotta go.
Bernie's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf across from Alcoa. Almost.
The Max Kellerman Show.
Kendrick Perkins.
Max, you argued me down on first take about how good of a player Chris Middleton was.
No, I didn't.
And I told you, yes, you did. And I told you that he wasn't that type of guy, right?
But he did
play. Oh, I'm making stuff up.
I argued for Chris Middleton. No, I said Chris Middleton should be at best the third best player on a championship team. You need another dude who can go get his own shot and do it on a higher level than Middleton if you want to pair him with Giannis to win a championship. I never said anything different than that. I wasn't thinking the Bucks were going to win a title this year.
So did you have the Bucks coming out of the East?
Yep. I sure did. Shut up, Perk. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Is a college degree the only thing standing in your way of a great job promotion or the career of your dreams? Then it's time to commit to you in the new year. Give yourself the gift of a high-quality education from Upper Iowa University. At UIU, you get an exceptional education, convenient evening and online classes, and the support you need to succeed. Classes begin January 18th. Visit uiu.edu or UIU's Quad City Center at Kimberly and Middle Road in Bettendorf to learn more. Upper Iowa University. Education built for life.
Janae and Golick Jr.
Janae, through all of, Russell Wilson, we know he's a lot, from Mr. Unlimited to the weird video announcing his contract staying in Seattle, the bubble water, his bad dance moves behind Sierra's music videos. through all of it. He's
Literally.
still winning. I would trust him and Tyler Lockett with my PIN number, with any amount of money that I needed in my life. These guys are the surest bet in pro sports right now, and it's nice. We always like to say give people flowers while they can still smell them. Russell Wilson has been this quarterback. This is not a new version of him as far as I'm concerned, but it's a new version of this team putting its offense in his hands. He's getting all of the conversation around him and his ability that he's richly deserved for a while. And so in the interest of giving people their flowers, I'm really happy to see this like on a fundamental level for a guy who's been playing this kind of ball and been meaning this kind to his team.
Janae and Golick Jr., 3 to 6 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Quality craftsmanship, attention to detail, and reliability. These are just a few of the things you will see when you transform your kitchen or bathroom with All-Star Home Services. Mike and his team have over 2 decades of experience remodeling kitchen and baths, and yours could be next. With financing available and $500 off your complete kitchen or bath project for a limited time. Call All-Star Home Services now. All-Star Home Services, 563-299-3786. Or visit all-starhomeservices.com.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. I say 1, 2. No, okay.
I thought we were in a recording studio. Hey, everybody.
Yo.
Welcome back. We were doing some stuff off air trying to figure out some of these guys that are on the fence. And Jay was just running through Andrew Jones. Any All-Stars appearances there, Jay?
Yeah, he's got a few. He was 5th in the Rookie of the Year. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 All-Stars. His highest he ever got was 2nd MVP in the MVP voting, and that was in 2005.
Yeah, so that's
he owns 5 Gold Gloves, 6 Gold Gloves, and
we'll
1 Silver Slugger Award.
We'll go through the 3 that we've already done. So
Okay,
we'll start with Andrew Jones. He had a 254 batting average, 434 home runs, 1,289 ribbies, 1,204 runs. Oh, how many hits? Him and Vizcal. Matter of fact, hits are huge. Sorry about that.
He had 1933.
No.
Go back to Vizcal and give me them hits. I would say right now Andrew Jones is a no.
No.
2,877.
Yes.
That's
yes.
That's I know, but you got to look at the rest of those numbers.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
But 24 years he played. He only got 2,877 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the 3,000 hit club is how you get in.
You make, yeah.
I mean, he had a great. Listen, he was great with his glove. But he batted 272. He wasn't a power guy. 400 stolen bases. He had some speed. I just don't see him. He's a Hall of really, really good.
Yeah, he's a Hall of really, really good. But he'll get in eventually. It's just not going to be this year.
Yeah.
It'll be a thing. He's got time still. I think it's only 15.
Give me some Gary Sheffield.
Sheffield.
Let's start out with
Sheffield's
batting average.
He's got to be in. 292.
Oh my God.
Home runs.
509.
Oh my God.
He's not in.
Ribbies.
1636. No, 1676.
Runs.
1636.
Good Lord. Man, that's.
And then you want hits.
Hits.
2,689.
He's not in.
I don't know why he's not in.
He's not in.
Oh, he probably had an All-Star how many times?
Okay, he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Never got as higher than third.
9 All-Stars, and how many years did he play?
He played 22 years.
He's in.
He should. I've been arguing for 3 years for Gary Sheffield.
He's in. That's my dude.
He's in, man.
His swing is crazy.
292 and 509.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been arguing for a few years. Yeah, so go on to Pettit.
Pettit had 256 wins. That doesn't get him in. 2,448 strikeouts. We got him really close. Not in. 3.85 ERA. That's okay. 3 All-Stars. He played 18 years. I would say, Andy, you were in the Hall of really, 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 really good.
Hold on. The thing is like this. If we're going off stats, like I don't know what writers are going off of, but if we're going off stats, there's a lot of guys that are in the Hall of Fame that don't have these numbers.
Yeah, well, Andy Pettitte. Well, you can look back.
But
that's true.
I don't want to know who then, because I'm going off the things where they're telling me that, and you're automatically in when you get to 300.
There are certain plateaus.
You get to
right,
2,000
that you need to get
strikeout
to.
club.
Yeah.
But see, my thing is like this: you got 256, but most of those wins came off a team that was loaded with pitchers. Loaded. Roger Clemens. Who else? Who else was on that Yankees squad for a long time? There was tons of pitchers. They were just going out there winning. Of course, you're not going to get to 300 because you had to share the wealth with all these other pitchers that were winning.
It's still a rotation or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just saying, his rotation. He was in a heavy rotation. That's what I'm looking at.
He had 24 years in the league. He just had to average like 14 wins a season.
18, but he's in a heavy rotation.
18. All right.
He's on a heavy rotation.
18, then he's still.
The rotation's heavy.
Rotation's
you know what I mean?
heavy for any pitcher, Cal.
Well, not for every team.
Yeah,
rotation ain't heavy.
You pitch one every 5 days.
Yeah, that's how it goes. It's not.
There's some teams that they used to pitch. There's some teams that didn't do it like that.
Now I can see if you're making the argument saying that he was on a team that was loaded with talent, so they should win.
Right.
When he still only got 256, and he played on this Yankee team forever that was winning every game.
What do you mean? Can we table Pettitte? Because I think this is.
He played for those Yankee teams that won 6 of 8 World Series. So
that were winning 100 games.
Yeah. So why should he should have 300 wins then?
No.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
telling
what
you.
I'm getting at.
Look at the roster. Look at the roster.
I'm looking at the roster. Why does he not have more wins?
We all lived
the
it.
Yankees.
He should have more wins.
He should have more wins.
My argument is he should have more wins if he's on those teams that are
Well,
winning 100
then fine.
games.
I'm going back
That
to
makes
it,
no sense.
Yes, it
How
does.
does that not make
Yes,
sense?
That makes sense.
Oh, hold on. Your voice. You need to take your tone down when you're talking to me.
How does that not make
what
sense?
I'm saying is,
How does that not make sense?
I said the rotation.
I'll do my tone any damn way I want.
All right, calm
First
down.
of all, how does that not make sense?
Listen to me. 18 years.
What are you talking to?
Here's his
How
average.
does that not make sense?
Here's his average per season.
If they win 100 games, you have 5 pitchers.
Hold on real quick.
He averaged
100 games, 5 pitchers.
Hold on.
Why are you telling me to hold on?
No, I'm not saying.
Here's his average for 162
100
games.
games to 5 pitchers.
Hey, man.
That's 20 wins.
160, 17 and 10 is his
That's
average.
20 wins per 5 pitchers.
Right.
17 and 10.
18 years times 20. There's 200 plus 160. That's 360 wins.
Hmm.
Okay.
How does that not make sense?
Because nobody's gonna get to that if you have that heavy of a rotation. Period.
No, that's still a 5-man rotation.
5-man rotation.
It
wasn't a 5-man rotation. No, in the Yankee years, it wasn't 5 men.
Then it would have been 4-man rotation.
Then it would have been 4.
No
Right.
one's doing a 6-man. Then you should have had more innings. Then.
Yeah.
The number, your numbers aren't making sense, Cal. If it was a 4-man rotation, he would have more opportunities at wins. If it was a 6-man, it'd be less. But no one's doing a 6-man rotation. It's a 5-man rotation.
Okay.
Period. Here's his average over 18 years: 17 and 10, 3.85, 214 strikeouts. That's his average. That's how you get to 256. He was a 20-game winner one season. And that was his second season in 1996. I'm sorry, he did it again in 2003. So he only did it once. He never really got much further than that. He was, let's see, 14 and 14. His final season, well, second to final season, he was 11 and 3. But he had some injuries here and there. Obviously, like in 2004, he only made 15 starts. Sorry, he was 6 and 4 that year. So he's right. It's the Hall of really good. He was part of the Yankees, and if he gets on because he was on the Yankees, then so be it. I'm not going to be upset. He's just not going this year, and that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this year, and that's why I say I want to talk about Sheffield. I want to talk about Sosa. He's not making it this year. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell you. You might want him in really, really bad, but it's not happening.
I say he's not in because it doesn't add up. He should have more wins.
He should have more wins. But let's see, where did I tell you he was at? Oh, and it's only his third year. It's 11.3%. He's not making it in this year. Now he's got time.
No, I'm not saying this year. I just say he should be Hall of Famer, period.
I'm saying, but this is what I'm talking about, 2021 class.
Now, if you give me you show me a guy that has equal amount of wins that's in, and then we can make the argument. So who's in that has equal amount of wins?
I can look that up later, but right now I want to move on to Sammy Sosa. Listen to these numbers.
All right.
273 batting average. 609 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
1,667 RBIs. 1,475 runs. 234 stolen bases. I know I wouldn't throw that in there very often, but for him, it's worth being said.
Well, he had...
Yeah.
Yeah.
2,408 hits.
Him and Sheffield are almost the same.
He won one MVP award, which was the 98 year. He got second in 2001. He was in the top 10 for MVP voting for 6 straight years. He hit 40 or more homers for 6 straight seasons. And if you want to take it that way, he hit 35 or more for 8 straight seasons. I'm sorry, I take that back. 1, 2, 3. For 10 straight seasons, he hit 35 or more homers. For 12 straight seasons, he hit 25 or more homers. That's a big stretch for steroids. He did it. I mean, I understand during this era, the 98 and on, but he was smacking them before that. If you let one in, you got to let them all in.
That's what I'm saying. I say he's in. We said Bonds was in.
Yep.
That's what I mean. I agree, and that's why I'm going to say Roger Clemens should be in. But
what about Torrey Hunter?
Oh, I didn't. I forgot about T-Nuts. All right. My stomach's grumbling. All right. 277 career batting average. 353 home runs. 195 stolen bases. 1,391 RBIs. 2,452 hits.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, he does have a good smile, though. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, if he had 3,000 hits, he's in. How many years did he play?
T-Nuts. He has 19 years. So, only averages about 24 home runs a season. Batting average over the 18 years, 277. So, I love the guy, but no, I don't think it's anybody else that we had on our list. Do you want it, Ramirez?
Aramis?
No, Manny.
Oh, he's in, right, Cal?
Yep.
555 home runs, 312 batting average.
Well, there.
1,831 RBIs, 1,544
he's over
runs.
3,000 hits, isn't he?
He's got 2,574 hits. He's in the top 10 for vote for MVP for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 in the top 10 for MVPs. He's got a buttload of All-Star appearances. He was second in Rookie of the Year and a ton of Silver Sluggers. But he does have the steroid stigma on him. That's the thing. He does have the suspension, whereas Bonds and Sosa do not have the suspension on them.
He got suspended once?
Yeah, he got 60 games in like 2003, I want to say. I think it was like 2004. Well, I have it right here. Hold on. I can see his numbers. Games 2002. He was out. So, yeah, he got suspended. I know that because I had him on my fantasy team.
Were you mad?
I was very, very mad.
Did you lose?
Yeah, I lost. Because of him. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Well, tonight is the night. No one here is excited about this except for me. This thing is going to be virtual.
What is it?
The draft.
Oh. I thought it was tomorrow.
No. For the first time since 2013, the draft will not commence from Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Instead, 45 league employees will travel to ESPN's Bristol headquarters today to put on a virtual event from ESPN's Studio E. Going along with that, the NBA also announced that it's a new format for its 2020-2021 season, that there's going to be a play-in tournament from May 18th to May 21st to determine the final 2 seeds in each conference, kind of like they did in the bubble. So that'll be good to go. When we come back from break, I'm going to give you my NBA my NBA hole mock draft. So that's what we're going to do when we come back from break. You're listening to Don't Hassle So Local here on ESPN 1170 AM.
Quad Cities, stop going to your social media sites asking everybody where to get your oil change or who does the best tattoo work. You just need to pick up your Locals Love It's guide. It has an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find what you're looking for. Or go to localsloveits.com, click on Quad Cities, and browse your favorites. It's easy to use, and they're even ranking the most popular places for you. So please check it out. That's my buddy Chopper at Locals Love It's. He's your guide to the best.
You like that? You like that? Woo! Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Coach A.C. Earl. Don't hassle us, we're local.
Looking for a job with a stable company where hard work and good attitudes are rewarded with advancement opportunities? XPAC in Milan, Illinois, the Quad Cities' leading logistics provider, has immediate openings on the first and second shifts. Start your career and enjoy attendance incentives, great benefits, and teamwork that makes a difference. Make XPAC your new work family. Apply online at xpac.com. That's xpac.com. XPAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Janae and Golick Jr.
You can still push forward playing. It's an impossible tightrope. Was it really worth it for you to have to go and mobilize? Is it worth it overall? And that's the hardest thing for me to reconcile when you have a season that looks like the odds of you making it to where you want to go are very slim. And now you're putting people in position where it's not their best luck either.
Janae and Golick Jr. 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Football is back at the Double Crown. No fans allowed in the stands, so get the best seats possible at the Double Crown Bar and Grill. During all big college football games, enjoy $5 pitchers of domestics and $2 wells. Stop in for lunch during the week. Tuesday is all-you-can-eat wings and Friday nights all-you-can-eat fish, both for just $11. Plus happy hour daily from 2 till 6. For daily specials, find them on Facebook. Double your fun every day at the Double Crown Bar and Grill, 217 Brady Street, downtown Davenport.
Janae and Golick Jr.
Janae, through all of, listen, Russell Wilson, we know he's a lot, from Mr. Unlimited to the weird video announcing his contract staying in Seattle, the bubble water, his bad dance moves behind Sierra's music videos. Through all of it, he's still winning. I would trust him and Tyler Lockett with my PIN number, with any amount of money that I needed in my life. These guys are the surest bet in pro sports right now, and it's nice. We always like to say give people flowers while they can still smell them. Russell Wilson has been this quarterback. This is not a new version of him as far as I'm concerned, but it's a new version of this team putting its offense in his hands. He's getting all of the conversation around him and his ability that he's richly deserved for a while. And so in the interest of giving people their flowers, I'm really happy to see this like on a fundamental level for a guy who's been playing this kind of ball and been meaning this kind to his team.
Janae and Golick Jr. 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
The young men and women who become United States Marines come from our hometowns to become a part of something greater than themselves. This commitment represents the highest level of steadfast allegiance to the betterment of our communities, our country, and our Marine Corps. The journey will be one of the most challenging, but also one of the most rewarding. The few, the proud, the Marines.
I'm Ray Wolf with the NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Week 10 was a painful one for NFL quarterbacks, with at least 4 starters dealing with injuries, including Detroit's Matthew Stafford, who has a partial tear in his right thumb ligament. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reports Stafford will test the injury in practice this week and hopes to start Sunday against Carolina. The Panthers, hopeful to have their starting QB, Teddy Bridgewater, for that one. He suffered a knee sprain in Sunday's loss to the Buccaneers, but is expected to practice this week. Meantime, Bears head coach Matt Nagy says the hip injury that forced Nick Foles to be carted off the field in Monday night's loss is not as bad as first feared, and the QB is not likely to go on injured reserve. And Broncos QB Drew Lock is now week to week with a rib injury, putting his status for Sunday in doubt. Elsewhere, former Falcons first-round pick Takk McKinley failed his physical with the Bengals Tuesday, and the defensive lineman will now go back on waiver. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
There's no place like home for the holidays, or HomeDepot.com for holiday decor, with Black Friday prices inside and out, like artificial Christmas trees starting at just $39.98, or outside lights and playful inflatables to bring joy to the neighborhood. Order online, and you'll even get free delivery. Holiday decorating improved, with a wide assortment of holiday decor from HomeDepot.com. How doers get more done. Free standard shipping on most online orders over $45. Some exclusions apply while supplies last.
The NFL family is committed to conversations and actions that advance social justice and move us towards a more equal and just tomorrow. The NFL created Inspire Change to reduce barriers to opportunity and create progress in police community relations, criminal justice reform, education, and economic advancement. Join NFL players, clubs, and the league in ensuring that access to opportunity is a reality for all. It takes all of us to end racism and hate. Learn more at NFL.com/InspireChange.
Hey, Axel and everyone at the Midwest Animal Assisted Therapy and Education Organization Community Outreach Center at North Park Mall want to say Happy Veterans Day to all our men and women who have served in the armed forces. On November 21st and 22nd, they'll be showing the documentary To Be of Service at 1 and 4 each day. Right, this is the story of veterans that have come home from service, the post-deployment struggles they have, and the service dogs that are helping them with everyday life. Right, seating is limited, so go to COVID19ESA.org. Click on the screening schedule, then contact us to reserve your time and seats. It's free, and there will be veterans with their service dogs to answer questions after the screening. I'll tell them. Axel and friends invite you to the Midwest Animal Assisted Therapy and Education Organization Community Outreach Center in North Park Mall, November 21st and 22nd. Go to COVID19ESA.org for more info, a link to the trailer, and to reserve your seats.
On your radio, on your phone, on Alexa. This is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Back in the studio. Thanks for listening to Don't Hassle So Local. We are about to be wowed, Calvin Reed.
Yeah.
We're about to be wowed by an NBA hole.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Jay is going to do his mock NBA draft. I don't know. Jay.
Let me explain something
He's
to
all
everybody
serious
out
about
there.
As the listeners and the viewers
He's serious about
slowly
this.
tune out.
If you don't
I hear the playing
think,
Christmas music over on Kick.
if you don't,
Shoot.
so yeah.
Sorry, Jay.
No, that's
no,
good.
we really want to hear it.
No, that's really.
He is so amped about this draft.
He is, man.
And nobody's
If you
like,
don't
who?
think I have done my research for this NBA draft, if you don't think I've read all the Woj bombs on Twitter or the KOCs reporting from the Ringer, you've got another thing coming.
Oh, man.
There's going to be some interesting things happen tonight. Chaos is the word that I've been heard.
I got a game for us, Cal, to make this fun. Mm-hmm. So we know who his number one pick is, right?
We do know who, but we have to
And
know.
number two.
And we know. See, I don't know who number two is. So
Right.
But the game is this. We'll guess what college these guys went to.
Okay.
That's even
All right.
better, yeah. Okay.
Because remember we said we're not going to know.
Yeah, exactly. Because some of these
Right.
people, you'd be like, I've never seen this. I've never seen them play.
Okay.
Right.
Here we go. We had to make it fun. Jim.
I'm with you. All right. So I do not think the T-Wolves are going to trade out of this spot. If the worst that they would do is trade down to a 3, nothing lower than that. So that means Golden State's in there, which they won't trade up to 1, and the Hornets are in there for the mix, and they're not going to trade. They're not going to do it either. They're fine where they're at. So the T-Wolves have brought in LaMelo Ball. A lot of people say that it's going to be LaMelo Ball. Actually, Anthony Edwards is the Vegas favorite right now. Anthony Edwards.
So this is the kid
from Georgia.
Played for Georgia. What did
From
he
the
play?
dirty.
What did he play at Georgia?
He played shooting guard.
Okay.
He's very good. He's very athletic.
Give me some stats.
He was a football player growing up.
height?
He was a football player.
Okay.
I'll get you that. He was a football player growing up.
Okay.
Got an interesting story. He lost his. Basically, he was raised by his mother and grandmother. Lost them both within 8 months when he was in 8th grade.
Oh, geez.
His brother and sister took legal guardianship of him. So he's a shooting guard. He's 6'5", 225.
He's big.
Yeah, he's a scorer. The thing about him, he's really. I listened to an interview with him. He really loves his team.
Yeah.
He's the type of person that they say, like, he's like, always cheering, I'm on my feet. I think this is the type of thing that the T-Wolves fans can flock to.
Okay.
I think this is a good pick for them. I don't think LaMelo Ball is the pick for them. So I like Anthony Edwards at the 1, and he is a Vegas favorite.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we all know LaMelo's dad.
Yeah.
All right, so, I mean, you draft LaMelo. You get his dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get to deal with that, too.
Yep. You see how the Lakers dealt with it.
I know what I'm saying. That's exactly.
Yeah. They sent him down
I mean,
to
seriously,
New Orleans.
as an NBA GM, does that not factor into your...
Oh, absolutely.
It does.
It has to.
Nobody wants that distraction.
And I know who else doesn't want that distraction.
The number 2 pick?
At number 3, so he's not going at number 3 because Michael Jordan doesn't want to
Well,
deal
who
with that
went
whole
at-
thing.
who went at number 2?
Because if you remember when LeVar Ball said that, hey, LaMelo could beat Jordan one-on-one, you don't want that around all the time. But okay, at number 2, the Chicago Bulls are going to trade up with the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors have the number 2 pick right
All
now.
right, don't tell us what college this kid. All right, remember we're playing a game.
Yeah. The Golden State's going to go down to 4. Chicago's going to trade Wendell Carter and get the number 2 pick.
Okay.
They're going to give them the 4 and Wendell Carter Jr. They're going to get the 2. This is based on Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer, his report. Okay.
Okay.
I like this pick. This is actually going to be LaMelo, and he didn't play in college. He played it was he went to Lithuania and then he went to Australia.
He's going to be a bust.
So LaMelo is going to the Bulls?
He is going to the Bulls with the number 2 pick overall.
How tall is LaMelo now?
LaMelo is a 6'6" point guard. He's really good skills.
So he would have gone to UCLA.
Probably, yeah.
But
they got
usually
they got in trouble for something.
His brother got in trouble in China.
Yep.
And then they fired Steve Alford, or is he still there?
I think he ended up his brother ended up leaving UCLA before the season was even over with. If I
He
remember
went to the
correctly.
NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll be a point guard for the Bulls. This is also I'm
Does he
piggyback.
shoot weird like his brother?
I'm piggybacking.
Remember
He's
that?
gotten a little better his shot, but I think when he was remember he did that traveling team. I think when LeVar the dad made the league. I think it was called JBL. And he averaged like something disgusting, like 40, 14, and 11.
Yeah.
40 points,
Yeah.
14 rebounds, 11 assists.
Yep.
But, I mean, it was like the Globetrotters he
Yep.
was traveling with.
Remember when his dad went on WWF?
Yeah, I remember
Try to
all
take
these
his shirt
things.
off.
That was pretty cool, actually.
So,
Some
I mean,
man nipples.
Wouldn't you like to see your dad go on WWE?
I am piggybacking this
My
that
dad would kill somebody.
the Bulls do something strange, and they turn around and trade for his brother. They go to New Orleans later on and trade for his brother, and then they got the Chicago Bulls.
Wow.
At number 3.
All we need is Richard.
At
Yep.
number 3. This would you would think would be the best player on the board, okay? But we'll get to it would be James Wiseman, and don't guess the college just yet.
Okay.
This pick's going to Charlotte Hornets. But they have 2 centers. One averages 14 points a game, the other 11, but they're paying them $14 million, $11 million. There's no need to put another center on their team. So at the number 3 pick, the Hornets are going to take Obi Toppin. And he went to?
They
there you go.
Yeah, there was the other one we knew.
Yeah. He's a 6'9" sophomore, 220 pounds.
Would be a power forward.
Yep.
They need that.
Then at the 4, the Golden State Warriors get their guy they would have got at 2 anyway. So they made the right move. They're known for making the right move. They get the guy that they would have taken 2, and they're going to pick James Wiseman. Now, where did James Wiseman go to school?
Memphis.
He went there for 2 games. Yep.
How did you know that?
Because I remember
Because-
him.
Remember,
it was a scandal thing going on with Memphis, and he played there for like 2 games. I was like,
Yeah.
he went to Memphis. I remember him.
Penny Hardaway gave him loaned his family
Yep, that's it.
$11,000.
Yep.
And Penny Hardaway was his coach.
I remember that. I was like, he went to Memphis.
I remember you guys talking about this now, but I don't remember it one bit. Now you bring it up, but I'm like, no.
Yeah, he went to Memphis.
All right. At the 5, the Cavs are happy to get this pick.
Cavs are still a team in the NBA?
They are, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're happy to get this pick.
I thought they retired.
The way he says it must be like an Iowa player or something.
It can't be.
Now, but forgive me if I mispronounce the name.
Oh, boy.
They're going to take a shooting forward. His name is Denny Avdija.
Well, that sounds like he's European.
Yeah, I'm with Cal.
He's from Israel.
Okay. I was like, yeah.
He's a 6'9" shooting forward. He is considered the best international prospect in the draft. Not like a Luka, because that's generational talent, but
yeah,
he's the best international player in the draft. They'll be happy to have him there.
All
At 6, the Atlanta Hawks are going to take a 6'5" sophomore. He's a point guard, Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton. I played basketball in 7th grade with her, Jermaine Halliburton. He was a hell of a name.
He sounds like an Iowa player.
Halliburton. He went to Ohio State.
He went to a state, and it sounds like an Iowa name.
Iowa
Put him
State.
together. Iowa
State.
State. Yeah.
I already said he got one of those names.
That's so funny that he said that.
He's got one of those names, man.
Atlanta will be able to pair him up with Trae Young. They'll have a nice backcourt. Okay. At number 7, the Detroit Pistons are on the clock. They're going to take a center. Anyika Okongwu.
He's from Africa, apparently.
But he did go to college.
Anyika Okongwu.
He had to go somewhere like Syracuse or like Georgetown.
Yeah, see, I was going to say Georgetown, but since you said Georgetown, I'm going to say Miami.
He went to USC. He played 1 year there.
Oh.
Like I said, 6'9" center. According to CBSSports.com, he's a versatile front court player who shot 61.6% from the field in his one season at USC. They said it's possibly going in the top 5, but if he slips to that where I have him at 7, that'll be a good pick for them. All right. Then the Knicks are up.
What, they got 5 picks in a row? They garbage, man.
The Knicks are garbage. Who's on the Knicks? Can we name one player?
Ain't no Hardaway Jr.? Was he still there? Tim Hardaway Jr.?
The Knicks. There's rumors that the Knicks are going to trade for Westbrook, but it's probably not going to happen. Westbrook has one of the worst contracts in basketball.
Nobody wants to pick that up.
Nobody wants that. I mean, I think in 2 years.
Jordan wanted Westbrook.
You can't pay someone who's past their prime that's going to make like $41 million in 2 years still on their contract. Like,
is he even 30 yet though?
Russell Westbrook is.
30. He's like 32, huh? Yeah.
So the Knicks at the number 8 are going to take a guy who can play. He can be a guard or forward, but so basically just considered a small forward. Devin Vassell. Do you know what college he went to?
Florida.
Devin Vassell.
Mm-hmm.
Gonzaga.
He went to Florida State. You're really close. He's a sophomore out of Florida State. He's 6'7", 194 pounds. According to CBSSports.com, he made 41.7% of his three-point attempts over the past 2 seasons with Florida State.
I'm just trying to guess good college teams.
Yeah, I was trying to think of teams in the past that I know were good.
All right.
So far we got the guy from Israel kind of right because we said he was European, and the 2 guys we knew. But Cal got the one guy from Memphis.
Yep. Got so that in a little bit of Tyrese Halliburton.
The 2 of us, we've got 2 things right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Basically.
At 9, you've got the Washington Wizards. They're going to take a shooting forward. He's 6'6", 225 pounds. Isaac Okoro.
That sounds like a Gonzaga name.
Dang it. Georgetown.
Auburn. He played
football
one.
School.
Yeah, he played 1 year at Auburn.
See, I told you this draft's gonna be bad, man.
And then at 10, you got the Phoenix Suns.
Ooh, Chris Paul. Georgia Tech.
They're going to take
Forest.
a shooting forward.
Wake Forest?
They're going to take a shooting forward, and it's Sadiq Bey.
Sadiq Bey. He went to that name sounds familiar. Villanova?
He went to Villanova.
Look at that.
That is my top 10 mock NBA draft. There's there's going to be some interesting names out there. There's going to be a lot of movement. The only trade I really won that I made sense to me probably was the Golden State one, but people are going to move parts around. Your favorites to be the number 1 overall pick, According to DraftKings, LaMelo, I said Anthony Edwards at -118. LaMelo is right behind there at -121. Wiseman at +900. Obi Toppin at
How come
+1,000.
the Bulls aren't going to take Obi Toppin? I mean, really?
They probably will if things don't change, like trade around. I mean, CBSSports.com have him at 1. I mean, have him at 4. But there's other. I've also read reports that they like the Denny guy at 5, and then what would happen after that is the Cavs would like to sit there with Obi at 5 because you're bringing in a Dayton kid. Even though he's not from Ohio, you still kind of have that Ohio feel.
Right.
So the Cavs are sitting pretty wherever they are at the 5. They can get Denny or they can have Obi Toppin in there as well. So
you got to understand, some of these kids are coming into organizations in a bad situation. The only one I see that's coming into a good situation probably would be the kid that's going to Golden State.
Yes.
That's the only guy that's going to be going into a good situation. Who wants to? Would you want to go to Detroit?
No, but
you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even want to go to the Bulls right now.
I wouldn't want to go to Chicago.
Look at Wiseman's been playing for Team USA basketball since he was 16.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid is going to come in and then go straight to Golden State, should be favored right up there with the Lakers and the Clippers to win the whole thing.
Yep.
So yes, he's sitting if they do at 2 or if they trade down and get him at 4. I just don't. The T-Wolves don't need him there. They got Karl Anthony Towns. They don't need Wiseman there. And they've got D'Angelo Russell, who can handle the ball. I know he's a shooting guard, but he can also play point for him. They don't need LaMelo, but they can take this Anthony Edwards kid, and he's going to, and people are going to embrace it around him. But LaMelo could go. I just have read that he did not have good interviews there at all.
Who?
LaMelo Ball.
He doesn't have good interviews anywhere. He's cocky.
Well,
his kid just
he's
not good. He doesn't fit the program.
I've listened to him. He's just not really smart.
No.
Like you have these, like I said, I've listened to James Wiseman interviews. I've listened to Anthony Edwards, and then I listen to LaMelo Ball, and they're like, where did you learn your game to pass the ball to see those open passes that you see? And he's like, it's just a feel. And they're like, oh, you can't give me any more? I mean, that's all it is. Like, it's just a feel of the game. I've been playing the game so long. It's just a feel.
Well, they think you got to understand. You got to understand the kid got pulled out of high school to go play overseas.
Yeah.
At 16.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's not normal.
No.
Do you think he was doing homework?
No.
He wasn't doing it at 16. He wasn't doing it before he got pulled.
No.
Yeah.
And so like, of course, the kid's just he's all about basketball.
Well, his dad told him, don't worry about anything but basketball.
That's all you need to worry about. He said you could buy your education later.
Yeah.
See how that worked out when it comes to interviews.
To me, it's, I guess, just interesting because this is going to be one of, like you said, Cal, this draft is going to be awful.
It's just the things. There's no top-notch talent.
No, I mean,
Just got a
there
text
is
from
those three.
The DJ at Kick, they had the request line went up really fast.
Really, yeah.
Well, NCAA basketball, man. Now that they'd be like, okay, you go straight from high school. All you need is 1 year to go.
What's the one and done is not. I don't know. I mean,
I just think my thing is like this. At certain schools, they should be able to make that determination. If you come here, you have to play for 3 years.
I would even say this, Cal. Be done with
period. One
and dones.
Yep. You got to play for at least 3 years.
Either you come here and you're staying.
Got to do the football.
Right. You're staying. But the NBA should allow kids to go in.
Yeah.
As soon as they want to. If they.
Yeah.
Think about the guys that did do it that we knew of.
Right.
All right.
Right.
You know, Garnett, Kobe.
Yeah.
Moses Malone.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
Those guys we all knew they
Tracy
were
McGrady,
studs.
yeah, for sure.
They were studs and they were going to make it.
Yep.
All right, and these other guys, these one and dones,
they're just not developed.
Still don't even make it.
They're not developed.
Yeah, because if they were that good to go from when they were right out of high school, they'd have already done.
The things like this, like LeBron. LeBron came to the NBA.
Right.
Full stage.
Well, LeBron's another one.
He's a man child. But the dude was already built for the NBA.
Zion.
Yeah.
Zion could have went.
In this draft, two could have gone right out of high school: LaMelo Ball and Wiseman. In this draft,
right?
Nobody else. The youngest person in this draft will be that Denny, the guy from Israel. He's the youngest one in the draft, but nobody else in this draft would have been able to.
Jordan couldn't have gone straight out of high school.
No, he wasn't that good.
Magic couldn't have.
No,
Larry couldn't have.
Magic left his sophomore year.
Yeah.
I
was saying Larry couldn't have.
No, Isaiah couldn't.
I would say if you come in, you're staying at least 2 years.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, Isaiah left his second year. He left his sophomore year from Indiana.
After sophomore year, after they won the title in 76.
Yep. I mean, that's the best time to go when you. Hey, that's the best time to go to the NBA though.
Think about it. We got
right after you win a championship. Like,
up,
you know what I'm saying? Carmelo
got
Anthony did
4 years of Patrick Ewing. I mean, Patrick could have left whenever, but John Thompson said, "Come on, man, we're going to win titles."
Yeah, they won. I mean, they won two.
One.
Wait, yeah, one.
One, lost one.
Yep.
But you had other guys that stayed for 4 years prior to that.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't.
Was that who else? Westgate went there. He stayed for 4.
Danny Manning stayed for 4.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't stick around like that anymore. It's interesting because your blue bloods like Kentucky and Duke won't have top 5 picks, but what they really have overall is Kentucky has 28 players on NBA rosters. That's what started last season. Duke had 24. No other school had more than 14. The NBA is going to start December 22nd. Who knows what it's going to look like, the capability by then. I'm telling you guys right now, but I said the same thing about football. I think NCAA basketball is in jeopardy.
Yes, it is.
If the Ivy League pulled out, and they are the first ones that pulled out in March of 2020.
They already pulled out now?
Ivy League's done, yeah. Ivy League's done for the year.
Yep. So no Harvard, no Columbia, no Princeton, no Yale.
And then you get dumb Rick Pitino saying that he wants to have May Madness, and I wish Rick Pitino would go away. But
isn't he a vampire?
I think they call him on the Levitard show. They call him a Dracula. Yeah, they call him Dracula. So I'm worried about that. Like I said at the beginning of the show,
Do you think they sell a lot of razors at Ivy League schools?
No,
I don't either.
But I'll be watching tonight only because I made this NBA whole mock draft just because I thought it'd be fun or whatever else. And I like texting my NBA.
You know, when I
buddies.
did the mock .08 for the NFL, Jay, I mean, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the top 10 right. So I mean, you see how you do.
I think you have all the players right. Some of them might be in different spots.
Oh yeah, then the trade. There's going to be something. The thing is,
I'd like to get through the trade in there though.
The poor Celtics, and because they're sitting at Celtics are at 14. Where's the other ones at? Sorry, 26 and 30, and nobody wants to touch those. No one wants to take all 3 of those to move up to get them in the top 5.
Because for what?
It's
like,
exactly it.
Why? Why would you take for what?
So
what am I getting?
But what I'm
Nothing.
saying is when
we looked at the draft that AC was drafted in.
Yep.
I mean, Van Exel went like 45th, 60th.
Yeah.
There's not.
And
is that out there now?
When we did, when I did AC show after the thing on Thursday, I gave him the list of the 93, and I'm like, let's redraft it from what we know now.
Yep.
And we actually, I actually had him higher than what he actually went at. I had him at 11 going to Detroit. But there's names down there, the list that you're like you said, Nick Van Exel, and you're gonna have to work your rear end off to find someone in the second round that's gonna be worth it for you, and that'll pay off in the end.
What was that, 93, 94 draft?
It was 93, yeah.
93, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do 94 tomorrow on his tomorrow. We're going to redraft that one. So, but...
I don't know. I mean, it's the same time I couldn't tell you who's coming out. You know, when you were saying Iowa players, we were against an Iowa player. I'm like, no Iowa guys came out that were
stayed
worthy.
Back, yeah. Guys have stayed back.
Tyler Cook was the last Iowa player to come out, and that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But you got to understand, like, back then, Iowa recruiting for basketball was pretty tough. It was pretty tough.
When AC was there, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is like this: they kept people at Iowa to draft.
Yeah, they
had
played 4
plenty
years,
of people.
But you had,
you know what I'm saying?
Think about that. There was a stretch there where you had Roy Marble went, BJ went.
Yep. Ed Horton.
Lowehouse went.
Yep.
Horton went.
Yep.
Then AC went.
Mo.
Another guy went in the 90 draft.
Was it
me
Brian?
And AC were talking about him. Tall white
Luther
guy.
Luther Wright went.
The tall white guy that went to Houston, won a couple rings with Houston. He was a shooter, about 6'11".
What's that dude's name? Starts with a B.
Yeah. And AC remembered it right off the bat.
I'm just trying to look their names in the second round. Like CBS Sports doesn't even bother to do headshots for these guys.
Ain't that crazy?
They don't know
Nobody knows who these guys are.
They don't have a
I don't know.
headshot.
Here's the name I'm going to be paying attention to. Love it. Jay Scrub. He's the 2020 National Junior College Player of the Year.
Spell Scrub.
Curubb.
Scroob.
2020 National Junior College Player of the Year, decided not to play at Louisville. All right. Well, we'll see how this all pans out. Enjoy the weather while you can, folks. We'll talk to you tomorrow. This is Don't Hassle Us Local, ESPN 1170. Stay safe and sanitize, Quad Cities. We'll see you tomorrow.